Hello! That's all. That's all I had to say. Welcome.
Hello from
Welcome,
our
travelers.
sleep deprived DM.
Hello. It's all kinds of things. Listen, when you've been at this for as long as we have, which mind you is quite a while, which we're going to celebrate today, just in our existence. It's, things. Anyway, hello and welcome, travelers. If you're new here, my name is Brenna. I am your 50 times Razia's Shadow main campaign DM, and welcome to Tales from the Catacombs. This is our tabletop RPG adventure that we are thrilled to share with you. This game uses the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition system and rules, and the setting is a homebrew based on the rock album Razia's Shadow by Forgive Durden. And that's right, we are at our 50th session. We've done this 50 times now, or this is going to be our 50th time doing this. I brought out my new upgraded cloak from the first one that we had. Go look back at session 1. I have my little purple one.
I did that today.
Viola, or Kassie, reminded us of how adorable we look.
How far we've come.
Almost 2.5 years ago. Holy cow. Very cool. And if you have been following us for all of this time and our channel and this game, thank you, and we love that you're here. If you are just joining us, thank you. We also love that you're here. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. You can also hit the follow button over on twitch.tv/Catacombs RPG. We now have a Twitch channel that you can hang out with us. It's a little more low-key, get to know your fellow travelers in a more laid-back environment. I'll do some game prep, we'll do some other stuff, just more low-key. But a fun way to hang out. And you can also hop into our Discord where you get to just chit chat with our travelers all day long. There was a great conversation I got to wake up to at 4:30 in the morning before I got to the gym, and I'm just watching them talk about the ships. And I'll explain later why I think that the Goth Love ship is phenomenal. It is not out of the realm of possibility. Hey, other than the characters and the players saying so. In my mind, it is justified.
I said I understand where you're coming from. I posted that.
David gets it. Goth love. Just embrace it. Embrace it. Because
is that your question?
I also said why it wouldn't happen, but I do understand where you're coming from.
It should be. The original question was going to be what gemstone would look best on you as jewelry. You could answer that too, but also humor me and tell me why Goth Love ship absolutely must sail. Before we get too lost in our adventure, though, do please like this video, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, you can follow us over on Twitch as well, and you can join our Discord. There is a link in the description below. And also leave a little comment to further help the algorithms, and you can answer either of those questions that I posed to you. Either what gemstone would look best on you as jewelry. I happen to be a big fan of, I was going to say Ruby, and I'm like, no, Ruby was not the one, and I just lost the one I was going to say.
Sapphire?
Now I have to think about it. Maybe. No, my birthstone, Peridot. Peridot.
Sounds like you're yelling
really
a Pokemon.
Go, Peridot!
I choose you, Peridot!
Peridot is my birthstone. It's a light green. It's very pretty. Or tell me, please, because I need this positivity today. Tell me why the Goth Love ship must sail. Please. Please, I need this. Don't shake your head at me. I need this. Anyway, without further ado, please enjoy this session, our 50th session of Razia's Shadow, 1,000-Year Interlude. Let's recap. Session 49, Mapping Danger. The Vivere faced off against a ruby monster that appeared from a shroud of dark surrounding the ruby quill. It moved about, leaving trails of stifling dark in its wake. And before the dark could consume the room, the Vivere defeated this ruby beast and destroyed the ruby quill. Cynthia revealed that she was given a shroud of dark focus, though she didn't seem to know what it was. Snow secured it in his bag of holding, and then they returned to where Captain Nora was waiting. Cynthia's memory was fuzzy, but she explained that the book she was reading from Master Wells when Viola and Ste'yn last saw her, was more like a deity's ritual book. They heard distant harp music and learned that it was coming from a mile out in the direction of the wild pipe. The Viveri decided to send Nora back to gather the novices who could help them, while they took Cynthia with them for her prowess to take down the remaining rubies. They chose to... Sorry, I'm trying to move my screen around and it's a bad idea. They chose to find the ruby waiting in the Champions Ward first, where they might also find more help. As they arrived in the Champions Ward, they saw two familiar faces, Storkum the Avenger and Captain Elkin, and a group of Peace Watch aggressively approaching the two. So, hold on. My music is too loud in my ears. There we go. So, as you are approaching the detention center, this stone building within the Champions Ward, this very pristine looking area of the Peace District, you see the two familiar faces. You see the Peace Watch approaching them, and both Elkin and Storkum are reaching for their weapons with one hand. But you do see Elkin holds up his other hand. It's a little hard to hear from where you are. There's still there's kind of a good gap there. It's hard to hear, but he does appear to be saying something, with kind of one hand raised. And they slow down their approach for a moment. There's some brief back and forth. What are the four of you doing?
Viola's honestly probably continuing to move forward because she sees Storkum and...
Yeah, I mean, we were heading over there for him, so it does make sense to not let him out of our sights, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear what they're saying anyway.
Yeah.
So at least get close enough to be within earshot.
Yes.
Sure. And this is not a stealth approach, you're just walking ahead
we're
to
in
get up to them?
disguise.
We're all
No one knows who we are.
I won't lie, I forgot you were in disguise. If you're at home and you've not been a dungeon master before and you think you have to remember every little detail, I promise you, your players are going to remind you that they're in disguise. Okay. Yeah, you start approaching. You begin to hear pieces of what Elkin is saying. The one speaking as he's kind of just getting into understandable distance. And you hear him say, "No more than a talk. That's all we were looking for. Just want to speak to the man. Set things straight. That's it." And the Peace Watch kind of look amongst each other. They don't seem to either notice or mind your approach. You look relatively unassuming, especially in your acolyte, right? This is the acolyte.
Yeah,
I
unassuming.
love how Ste'yn the pirate is unassuming.
Yeah.
And then Ste'yn.
Ste'yn is a pirate bodyguard, so I don't know about
A pirate
unassuming.
bodyguard.
Yeah, they're used to bodyguards around here. This is the area where they have fighters and guards and all that stuff. Totally makes sense.
They do have a
From your
polar
current
polar
distance.
bear on the premise somewhere. So
And a polar bear. Yeah.
Viola is looking over both of them to see if she notices any of the little medallion things on either of them.
Good call.
Give me a perception check, Viola.
Can I help her out with that? Or at
How
least
would
give
you
her
like
some
to do
guidance?
that? Guidance is fine.
We'll give her some guidance.
It's a D4.
Yep.
yeah.
That helped a lot. 13.
Okay. They're not quite standing in your direction, and you know most of the medallions have been made as chains around the neck. You don't spot anything on them, even as they're kind of moving about to look at this crowd of Peace Watch kind of semicircled around them. As you get closer is when some of them that are nearer to you kind of turn and look in your direction, start to move more towards you. The others stay focused on Storkum and Elikin. You hear Elikin say, weren't you going to take us here anyway? We just wanted to get here first. Have a quick chat, see if we can come to terms. It's exactly what you wanted. Everyone wins. They seem to feel these are okay terms, in fact. They don't look as aggressive, but they kind of motion the two men towards the stone building. The ones that have noticed your approach break off from the group. There's 4 of them. They come up to you, kind of puff themselves up a bit. One of them holds a hand out. Can we help the 4 of you? Are you lost?
To clarify, you said Elikin and them are walking away now?
They're about to enter the building.
Beau's gonna message Elikin.
Okay. What do you tell him?
Wait!
Hey.
I don't know what
Stop in the name of love.
Quick, disguise self as Nora.
I can't. I already used that
Wait, you
today.
don't know me? We've only met once and I was super aggressive to you, but wait a second, I want to talk to you.
Was he aggressive? Probably.
Yes.
It's Beau.
It was
Come
so
on.
long ago. It was-
Almost started a fight.
Oh. No, I think that was
him
with
and a
the
Goliath
giants.
guy.
Yeah, the Goliaths is who we almost
They were
started a fight
both-
with.
Yeah, neither of them were terribly pleased. But regardless, do you say anything else, Beau?
Can we talk?
That's going into, that's a whisper
Yeah.
into Elikin's head.
Yeah,
Okay,
that only he can hear.
okay.
Oh boy. This is
Let's-
great.
Woo!
I could do some persuasion if you want.
I was gonna say, can you roll for some persuasion?
Yeah. I like that idea even better. Go
Okay.
for it.
Ooh. Oh, I thought it was I don't know why. I thought it was a 21 because it was 12, but it was upside down. But it's 12
21
plus...
on the die.
Well, it's 12 plus 11, so that would make it 23,
23.
and it could go higher if it's needed.
Yeah, with your psionic die.
Yeah. Do you say
Nope,
it's...
you don't need it.
Oh, okay.
You don't need it.
Haha.
You, in his otherwise unfaltering stance, you see him pause for just a moment. Enough that you think that you got his attention. He keeps walking and he says, kind of beneath his breath, because you'd have to whisper back, what are you doing here and what do you want?
So, we think there's a man with a shield around here that we want to kill. To be blunt.
Why
Beau
be
is
any other way?
To be blunt, so are we. Get out of here. Now.
Well, then we can help
Sweet.
each other.
You're going to die.
We've
Get
already...
out of here.
We took out multiple of their people. How many have you taken out?
Have you killed a dragon?
That's right.
You
Roll
killed
a
a dragon?
2000,
Just
bro.
so you know.
We're saying to anybody we come across, we killed a dragon.
It's
Don't you
like
know?
a bad thing. We just hold up a tooth.
How
Dragon
many
Slayer,
teeth
let
you
us
have
through.
left to show off?
That's our new
We're
Viver.
giving them away.
Yeah.
Dragon's
We can
tooth.
start
At least one
signing
of them you
them.
did.
We can sign them in the dragon's blood.
Be ready, Dragon Slayers.
Got a good ring.
Roll me another persuasion.
Okay. Oh dear.
You're so persuasive.
He's pretty
Ooh,
persuasive.
it's actually only going up. That's a 14 plus 11, so that's 25.
Okay. He says, that is an incredible feat, admittedly. Don't push your luck. Whatever this one has going on for it is different than the others. If you value your life and your friends' lives, don't follow us in here.
Wait, how do you know they're different? You didn't kill the other ones. From what I can tell, you killed none of them.
He's you can see he's like right at the threshold of this building, and he says, I can't force your hand. You're an adult. But if you have any value to your life, to your friends' lives, to anyone in the city, well, maybe you don't. Go back. Go find a different one, not this one. He goes inside.
Okay,
So
and then you
that's
said
been,
there was a
like,
guard addressing us.
24 seconds ish, because those
Yeah.
are each 6-second rounds
Yeah.
for every casting of it.
That was 30 seconds. That was 5 of them.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you guys keep track of these guards. Beau's just been standing there, slightly pointed.
He's just very deep in his
Zoned
penance.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's penance like that.
He's penanced. Penanced.
Status condition. Penance.
Penanced. I'm about to change my name in the Discord.
Listen, join my Discord and you can get penanced.
Join Inkwells Anvils. There's a super great anthology contest going on, and I'm gonna
There
try and
is.
enter something. I
You
started
should.
writing it. I was so proud of myself. I wrote like 500 words.
That's amazing.
Thanks. Anyway. Where was I?
So
Serious
they
business.
asked, what did they ask us?
They were asking if you were lost, if you needed help.
No, thank you.
Were you looking for Saker's Keep? It's where most of the acolytes find themselves.
Where were we going?
We were in like the
Detention
guard.
center?
The champions ward. We're wanting to look for the like guard building or whatever it's called.
Right.
Mhm.
They did.
Which you are
Is
We're
that-
definitely
wanting
that-
to go right where Elikin and Storkham are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
There are training
So we're
areas
here.
nearby that we could say that we were going to one of those, but we weren't in that building.
Well, these people don't know that you're a mute. So in theory, you could say we're
but
going to
if
go
Viola
training.
opens her mouth, then she typically has to roll a deception, and I don't want to come to that.
Well, as long as Cynthia keeps quiet, we'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, Cynthia's there too
forgot
with her
to
black
mention
hair. She hates it.
Completely forgot she was here.
And covered in paint. Poor girl.
Yeah, she's not happy. She's she actually looks like she got very stiff as the Peace Watch approached, as if she's like she's not quite up with the how to play along with no, you're not in trouble. No, you're allowed to be here. Like she's not
Ste'yn takes
Playing
half a
along
step
well.
in front of her to help hide her a little bit. Just give her a little bit of cover. That way she's not as obtrusive.
yeah, she stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. You know.
We are merely here to purview the detention area out of a personal curiosity, as you might say. Thank you. Your assistance is not needed.
Well, I'm afraid Any other day probably would have been just fine. We're very proud of the protection that we provide to the city, but on this day, as it happens, it's off limits for now. I don't mean to alarm you. There have been some who don't want to uphold the merriment of the festival, and we're keeping a close eye and keeping the merrymakers where all of the festivities are happening, and the ones who see fit to behave otherwise, we're keeping here. We just don't want anyone. We don't want anyone to be upset by anyone else's behavior. So I'm afraid it's off limits today.
Are you feeling incapable of keeping them contained? I'm confused as to why you will not let us see.
Well, pardon, but they're. I mean, the people inside are still people, are not a part of the show or anything. I don't understand what you might be seeing inside, except detainees.
We wanted to view the protection that you said you're very proud of.
I'd be happy to show you about the wall. I'd be happy to take you through the city and where the festivities
That's
are
very kind of you,
happening.
but that's not what I requested.
I am so sorry. I can't uphold your current request. Orders.
Nor can you seem to provide a reason, which hence my confusion.
I'm not in charge
Perhaps-
of.
I mean no offense. Perhaps you could go acquire someone above your station?
He
I'm asking
looks
to
at.
speak to the manager.
Excuse me.
Okay, Karen.
I would like to speak to someone higher than you. That reel is all over my Instagram. Everyone using those that audio. Then please bow your head for a moment. Father God.
If our Elikin and Storkim are both visible and they are clearly higher ranking than Peace Watch, Snow is going to look towards them as they begin to enter that building.
You would know by this point that the ranks are parallel, but they don't cross. So guardianship authority is handled differently than Peace Watch authority.
Yeah, Snow
and
might
they
know
Would a
that, but we're in
visitor, would a
disguise.
visitor to the guardianship?
Ah,
know
I
that?
see.
Exactly, though.
I see.
We're
The
playing
question
into
is,
the.
the question
Right,
is,
they're
are
in
they still
costume.
visible? Because it sounded like they were just
I am
leaving
Karoth
by the
Kalin,
time he
and I
sent
am
his
from a
last message
Yeah.
to Beau.
They are
And you see
inside
someone
of the
in
building.
shiny gold armor heading inside a building. Just
Yeah,
seems
the
far more
glow?
decorated. Yeah.
Yeah, the
He
glow
looks-
off of his armor from the dark inside of the building.
Yeah.
He looks like he was a person. You don't look like you have rank.
He's not part of city authority. Those two are actually, unfortunately, part of the ones who seem to be causing trouble here.
Snow is ignoring him entirely and
Excellent.
going towards Elikin and Storkum.
You find them quickly moving to stop you, and physically if necessary. They don't seem to care or mind if they need to put hands to stop even someone who is seemingly as peaceful as you.
So there's 4 of them?
There's 4 in front of you, yes.
Okay.
You would do well to take your hands off of my charge.
My apologies, but I'm afraid I can't let you in. Did you have other business? I could
is-
go find someone, but they're going to tell you the same thing.
Can I ask a question on like the look of the building? Is it like completely centered? Is it along a wall? Like positionally, how difficult would it be from like what we can see to walk away, but then go around and potentially go up a window?
Not a window, but you could. It's not like up against the city wall or anything like that. There are there is space around the building before other buildings. There, like Viola said, there's like training areas that are nearby to it, that are kind of off the main road that you could go around. You could try anyway.
Okay.
If this straightforward method is not proving fruitful.
I mean, it seems like the only way this is going to be straightforward is we just kill these four, but at this point.
Yeah, do it in daylight. Do it.
That's a great way to clear our names.
He'll ask if you do need to speak. He could find his captain, but he's going to tell you the same thing.
Yes, you should do that.
Of course. If you don't mind waiting here a minute, and he looks at the other three and he says, "Just hold tight. I'll be right back." Grumbling, he turns about and he goes. He doesn't go into the building. Rather, he does seem to go along a side path, heading towards the other side of the building.
If I could get the names and any professional identification numbers associated with your persons, I am not accustomed to be kept waiting, and that might be useful to know.
The other three look a bit perturbed. Who are we? Who are we speaking to? Yeah.
You would do well to do as he
Well.
asks. Names, identification numbers.
Can I ask one more
Please.
clarification on what we're seeing? So the other guy is now gone to go get somebody, and then there's three people. How close are the three people standing together?
They're essentially side by side.
Okay. That's what I thought. Those...
They babble a few names to you. Their ranks, not anything. They're just their peace watch. They're not
No.
captains nor anything higher than that.
Snow will repeat them all as they say them, as if he is committing them to
But-
memory so that he can report them.
Beau's gonna cast sleep on them,
Okay.
Yes.
since they're clustered together. So
Okay.
that's wisdom saves.
All right. I don't think that they're terribly wise.
Okay, let's hope. But we're running out of time here,
Survive.
so...
I know.
Uh
We can't let Ellicott get killed.
huh. That's a 10.
That fails.
Okay. So if they fail,
They're
then
asleep.
that's it.
Unconscious.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We love this.
And it lasts for... It's concentration up to a minute. So as long as
Duration
they
1
aren't...
minute.
Yeah, as long as they aren't disturbed, which we
Yeah.
have no reason to disturb them at this point. They'll be asleep.
In a very comical fashion, you watch them kind of collapse into each other, heads bop, shoulders hit, they fall to the ground.
Do any of them have key rings on belts?
Give me an investigation check.
Can I help him out with that?
How would
Get
you
some
like to do that?
guidance?
Guidance, definitely. Guidance will always be okay to you.
Mhm.
Almost always okay. Assisting with the
28.
roll. Different.
Nice.
28. Uh-huh. As they collapse like Disney princesses, one atop the other, one of them, you start to look, brush a cloak aside, and sitting pretty, you see a ring of keys.
It
Heyo.
belongs to me.
Yoink!
Wait, well,
Oh,
it's not gonna
yeah.
last
We're
long.
going
Let's go.
Yep.
Where lead the way?
Well, unless we want to tie them up.
I don't think we have time for that.
Let's just
Okay.
go. We're wasting
And
time.
if we're not in sight when they wake up, it won't matter.
Cynthia
no.
is like gawking. What did you do?
We
This
are not
is
Magic,
Magic,
Cynthia!
Robin
You should
Wolf.
know what it is. Let's
I know
go.
what it is, stupid. You can't do that to base.
Close the mouth and follow.
You
We're
shush
both
me.
mute. Hey.
Both of you.
Stop arguing and let's go.
Follow.
Snow is already at the building.
Yeah.
Ste'yn is herding the cats in the back.
Yeah, you guys make your way inside of the detention, and you've been here before. You've seen the kind of open lobby-ish area, various stalls where it would otherwise be intake and information shared. What was that?
No, this isn't the same as the prison, right? This is where we question the person, or are they one and the same?
They're one and the same. There's
Because
the upper
Beau still has the
area,
keys
there's-
from when they were locked up too.
More keys.
2 sets of keys.
Beau
Ew.
collects keys and books and
Maps.
pages. Maps.
Yeah. Yeah. And maps. That's right.
Now he
That's
just
right.
needs a magical keychain.
Maybe we can find one at Ike A next time we go.
Yes! Oh, I can't wait. We're going back to Ike A and Walmart.
And Walmart.
Walmart.
Oh my gosh, I love Walmart.
I love Walmart.
You make your way in.
love Walmart.
Oh joy. You make your way inside. It looks very similar, if maybe emptier than you've seen it. You can see there, instead of it there being like numerous people who are kind of coming up and speaking, getting information, whatever, there are only 2 Peace Watch that you can see inside, and they are right by the beginning of that kind of hallway that was leading to some of the cells, some of these higher up cells. Before there's, somewhere in there's a stairwell that goes down. But you see the 2 of them standing by the stairwell. Give me an insight check, please.
$16.
I got 21.
28. Oh wait, sorry, 26.
Okay.
I forgot it.
A -2.
Exhausted. Y'all are really doing this exhausted.
Also 26.
Okay.
Listen, that's just Ste'yn's norm in this campaign, apparently. I think she's had more
Honestly?
exhausted sessions than non-exhausted sessions.
She's a tired girl.
The long, exhausting day, TM. The moment you walk in and you spot those 2 Peace Watch, immediately you can tell that they look perturbed. They look incredibly nervous. They look, their shoulders are tight and raised. Their hands are clasped or arms crossed. They look like they're just shy of just like shaking. They might be scared as they stand at that hallway. And you do also spot that they do have medallions on the 2 of them.
As we walk in, Snow changes so that he now looks like a high-ranking Peace Watch.
Just like a
I think
general
much
high
time to-
ranking.
I don't know how it works.
I imagine
That
so high
probably
ranking,
does.
these people, the underlings would know what they
probably
look
does.
like.
Snow has
Well,
seen
Ste'yn-
people from
Ste'yn spent the
various
week with them
ranks.
too, didn't she?
Yeah, and we've spent a lot of time around here. We've had enough tussles with them. I think that our characters are fairly aware of the delineations in the system.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what
think
anyone
you-
looks like, but
That's okay. The source book will have like proper imagery
Just
of what
become
all the ranks and
Canyon.
badges.
It's fine, it's
Just
in the
become
handbook.
Canyon. Yeah, it's in the handbook.
that's true. And Snow
Poor
skinned
Ste'yn.
it before throwing it away.
So give me a quick intelligence history check.
History?
Mhm.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty confident in your new appearance, the brooch on your cloak, and the way that you stand, and even the color of your faux magical armor that you appear to be wearing, you feel confident that you look the part.
So we're in a room with like you said the intake and everything.
Yeah, so there's various like kiosk style wall there. There's some benches along the entire thing. It's dim. There's no real like there are no proper windows in this entire upper story. And to the side and around a bend is where that hallway is that you recall. And that's right around the bend. Before the hallway kind of begins, that's where those two Peace Watch are standing, kind of like an L shape, and they're at the end of that L, and then the hallway.
So presumably that is where Elikin and Sorghum went.
That would make sense. There isn't another way to go.
Then that is the way that we go.
Okay.
Now walking with purpose in a more military style rather than peaceful cleric style. Why I'm followed by penitents, that's for them to figure out.
You walk up, the others behind you, Cynthia kind of shaking herself like this is so new for her. You approach, they see you, and with shaking hands, they give you a salute. Sir.
Which way did the other two go?
What do you mean? They went in. They,
Did they say why? Never mind. Snow's just going to pass by, as if he has very little time for discussion.
Give me a deception check with advantage.
That is a natural 1. With advantage.
No.
Oh boy.
What do I do?
Well, what do the guards do?
No, yeah, you're real right. You start walking in and you hear them before your tagalongs go, and they say, "Sir, are you all right? Are they causing problems, sir?" And they are reaching for their weapons.
I should have kept Gift of Gab, and I could just take it all back and start over from scratch.
So Beau's gonna try and scare one of them. Seeing this is going downhill, he's going to message one, so that way they don't know where it's coming from.
Okay.
And it's just gonna be, "You move, you die."
Give me an intimidation check with advantage, please.
Nice. If I get a double nat once.
I don't know what to do for you then. Happy 50th
Okay,
session.
no. I did not. Okay, so that's... Where is intimidation? Okay, so that's 21 or it could be higher.
Nope, you're good. One of them, as he's going for his sword, you all just watch him freeze. And he looks even more scared than he began. The other one is kind of glaring at the 4 of you. And the captain, quote unquote. "Sir, it's okay. If they're causing problems."
He's still addressing me, but about them?
Yeah.
Yes. He's firm believes something is very not right here and does not want you to continue.
It is...
He thinks that something's wrong.
Brenna, it is possible when it comes to like the Sky Self and stuff like that to make an intelligence investigation check against the DC if he is suspicious.
Oh. I don't know if he's suspicious that there's like a
I'm just
You
letting
think
you know
something's
that
wrong.
is
I'm
the
trying to
rule,
give you
that if you're trying to figure out what the person's doing, to give
I
you
guess
some...
against your disguises.
if he's looking, if he has a suspicion of person not being who they claim to be, then yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think this guy needs to sit out. Yeah, he's not passing any intelligence checks with that.
Okay.
But boy, is something not right here. Take a nap, gemstone die.
Are they blocking our path, or are they standing off to the side?
One of them is certainly not blocking the path. One of them is like glued up against the wall. The other one thinks he's being a coward, and he is looking at the three of you. The three others who are not the... So the four of you, I guess, because I keep forgetting
Okay.
Cynthia's there.
Yeah, Cynthia's
I was
there.
gonna say, wait, which three? There's 5 of us total.
Ah!
Okay.
Extra characters. Listen, for those of you playing at home, some people have certain brain conditions that make object permanence a struggle. Anyway,
It's fine,
So
we're
are they
doing great.
stopping us four
Hey.
then, but they aren't stopping Snow?
They're presuming he's obviously going to stop because the captain would know better. He's looking at the four of you. Cynthia's
Trouble?
like squeaks, like,
There's no trouble here.
Correct, we're with him.
But
state your
then-
purpose.
We're with
We're
him.
with him.
There's trouble outside. There's a lot of things going on today, if you haven't quite noticed.
Well, yes, sir, but we just got the two that were coming.
Yes,
Why are
and
they
there
here?
are, and 3 of your peers are unconscious outside.
Did
or
they
were
do
you
it?
not aware of that?
Was it these three? Was it these four, sir?
No. You fool.
I thought we had an understanding.
You thought wrong. Stop thinking and listen. Y'all's laughter is what's making me laugh.
Sir, I thought that once we got the ones we needed here, that you were going to the money side of things. He kind of makes a money gesture that you clearly are not privy to.
Are you paid to think? Are you paid to do as you're told? Now go see to the 3 who are unconscious outside, and then maybe you can have your payment.
Give me an intimidation check.
Can I
Half
give him
as
some
good as my
guidance?
Deception, but you know. At least it's not
Or
double one.
deception. Either one.
Or deception? I'll
Or
definitely take
deception.
this. In that
This is
case,
not with advantage this time.
Oh, not with advantage.
Not with advantage this time. And yes, guidance is fine in case
I mean, he
didn't
could
say
give
it.
himself guidance,
Yeah.
technically.
He could, but get slowpoke instead.
Little
27.
nudge in the back. A what?
27.
Goodness. Okay. You note that his eyes kind of glare a little bit, but he drags the other guy by his sleeve and pulls him out of the detention center. The hallway is cleared.
Are we still by the front door
No, we're inside now. Or do you mean by the front door inside?
of the? Yeah.
It's not so much a door as it is just like an arch, just where a hallway begins.
Oh, it's just
There's
an
no door.
open. No, I'm into the building.
Nope. That's
Okay.
around the bend a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
Viola
going
will say then, should I go block the front door?
With
I think
what?
we just go. We're
Okay,
wasting
then
time.
we just go. If it's not a quick yes or no answer, then we just go.
Well,
Wise.
it doesn't sound like I'm trying to picture what you would block it with.
Herself.
She'd find something.
Now, okay.
But it's too late. We must away.
We're going.
We must away
guys-
every good day.
You make your way down
Or
the
like
hall.
before the day itself breaks.
Exactly.
Everything's about to break.
Everything is broken.
She's not
That's a
even
great
wrong.
song for us.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
You make your way.
Beau's going to remind Cynthia, remember, you're going to freeze him in place. Do it after I say something. And I'm going to say it when we get in there, so be ready.
Okay.
We already talked about this, Cynthia.
Remember
No.
your training.
Remember your
Remember,
training.
you applauded me for thinking.
It is quite good
Oh.
to applaud when Beau thinks for once.
Applauding you doesn't sound familiar, no.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, just
not.
do the one thing that you're capable of.
Wow. Fine. Whatever.
Viola is laughing 100%.
She just like flips her hair and it's like
Toss.
piecemeal and sticky and gross from the paint, and then she like starts, just switches herself and starts walking ahead as if she knows where she's going.
Oh gosh.
Well, Beau's naturally faster than her, so she's not getting ahead of him.
We're all going.
Yeah. But Beau's planning, as soon as he sees the dwarf person, he's going to do Ward of Misfortune, followed by what he's assuming going to be Cynthia casting Hold Person, like they previously discussed.
Mm-hmm. I do now have the spell pulled up to remind myself exactly what it does. So you make your way. You go down this hall. You can start to see where there's a series of these cells. These are all. They have various people in them, actually. Some various folks. You turn you turn and you're heading back towards where there are stairs. Y'all had been down at some point before. There's just some more of these cells. And Ste'yn, you note from what you think is a familiar sight in one of the cells, kind of sitting there looking a bit forlorn in a white acolyte robe, against he's also relatively fair-skinned and very dark black hair. So he's sitting there, looks forlorn, but is holding on to a medallion that you know is of Atala. Yonai is in the corner of one of these cells. You happen to note.
She'll pause for like half a second and look his way like she's going to go and talk to him, and then realize she's already falling behind and she should probably keep up with the group.
Okay.
Does he have magic that can help us?
I was gonna say, like, if he's an acolyte.
Yeah, he's
have we seen
acolyte.
him do magic?
Ste'yn's breaking hearts.
Ste'yn will go back and stop at the cell. She's feeling guilty for this.
Okay.
Is she stopping any of us as we're going, or is she just dipping away?
No, she'll just
Because she is the slowest of us all.
slowest and
Dragging her feet.
she's not being
'Cause-
quiet, so you'd notice her clinking a little bit less. But you know, Yonai?
Looks up.
Yonai,
Hello?
it's Ste'yn.
The pirate.
Wow.
Yes, ignore the.
It's your pirate friend, Ste'yn. Your friendly neighborhood pirate.
A little hard to ignore.
I'm
I thought you were
we-
hard to ignore before.
I am one that draws a lot of looks. Yes. It is. We couldn't be ourselves coming back into the city, so. Why are you here? What happened?
Oh, standard not following the rules as somebody seems to want. I didn't want to wear that. You see those little medallion things?
Yes, no,
going
don't
around?
wear them. Break them when you can. They're dangerous.
Oh, break them. I just didn't
Destroy
want to
them.
wear
I don't know. No, they need to be destroyed. They're part of someone who wants to be known as a goddess whose name we shouldn't say. It's her way of gaining control.
Did we notice Ste'yn's clanking less?
I mean, Snow will.
You'll
Viola
eventually,
has
you'd
a
eventually
passive
know.
perception of 16.
You'd eventually note that she's not among you. You wouldn't have gotten too far. Before you hit the steps, you'd note. He nods in your direction, saying, as the others are starting to make their way back. Oh, no. Not hurt. A little bummed out.
About what?
Apparently.
We don't have time
Well,
for that.
Well,
We don't have time for
apparently.
moods.
Ste'yn, what do you think? Maybe because he's in jail? that would bum a person out.
Oh,
The whole lack of
it's so
freedom
homey
thing.
in this cell.
Yeah, definitely prefer it to the temple.
What's
If
going on at
you're-
Seikos?
You won't believe it, actually.
I know Jeremy's not one to be trusted. He's not a good soul at all.
Yeah, he made it back, and went on some kind of power trip. He's been letting people Peace Watch know that you and your friends have been through here, and you four are top of the list.
I mean, I've
Super
always been wanted,
interesting.
but this is a different way of being wanted.
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing?
Hey,
It's you and I. I'm trying to get the
keys.
lay of the land. Do you want to get out of here and help us?
Hey, person with the keys, can we just like unlock the door maybe?
Wait,
We're trying to fix what's wrong.
I
We're taking down the rubies.
can you fight or
that
no?
sounds bad.
We gotta be
I'm
quick here.
not a
Can you fight
fighter.
or no?
I'm not a fighter.
Can you heal?
I don't have much of anything left, I'll be honest.
Okay, then to be honest, this is probably the safest spawn for you.
Yeah, considering who I've seen pass through here, you four probably don't want to be here either.
Yeah.
Well, it's too late for that, but I guess
I'm gonna keep on
if
Listen,
we're
we
going.
already
not
took
taking
care of a
him,
dragon
then
and
we
two of
better
them, so
go.
we're fine.
Guys,
I'll come
let's
back for
talk
you.
one at a time.
Now I'm getting all the attention.
We don't have time to sit and chat right now. Beau, you still have a set of keys from here.
Yes.
Give them to Yonai, and he can try them. And if he gets out, yay! We need to go.
I think he should just stay
Hey.
put.
No,
Well,
do
he
you
can
want
stay put, but he'll also have the opportunity to escape when he can.
I could get back here very soon. Take care of yourself.
Fine, but I want the keys back.
Sure, I'll leave them for you.
Don't leave them.
I'll s-
Give them to me.
I was going to. Isn't there? I'm sure there's other people. Anyone who had anything to do with the four of you are on a list.
Wonderful.
I'm sorry about
Let's
that.
move on.
All right.
We'll catch up again soon.
I hope so. He'll take the keys. He'll try a few, fiddle with it, I guess, see what happens.
And
We're already
gone.
Oh, fantastic. I thought Beau wanted his keys back.
No, he
Unless you
wanted
wanted
to
to give them
give
back
him
later.
them back. He's not planning on standing there while he goes through
In the
them.
future.
That's what I meant.
Well, you said he'll
I'll
leave
make
them
sure-
here. That's different than saying I'm gonna give them to you.
Okay. Beau will get his keys back. Also, all of you look very strange.
Thank you.
Also, I don't know half the people I just talked to.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here, but clearly this just breeds the four of you guys.
Even though there's now
Yeah.
5 of us.
And the fifth
Oh, yeah,
stranger that I
five.
have
I'm
no
not gonna
idea who
remember
that
that.
is.
That person, I don't know. Who did you guys pick up along the way?
That's right. It's fine.
Fantastic. He'll unlock the key. He'll unlock the door. You can hear in the distance as you guys are making your way back. You could hear the little as the lock comes undone, and his scattering feet going back the way that y'all came. As you reach the stairs and start heading down, almost immediately you can tell it is much darker. And you can tell you're sensing that same misty, black fogginess has worked its way up this stairwell. It's still thin enough that you can see through it. It's not that thick dark that seemed to cause you trouble. But it is still a lot of this dark mist leading into a stairwell that doesn't seem to have any additional lighting to it. You get to the bottom. It's kind of hard to tell your surroundings, even those of you with dark vision. It's just a lot of unassuming and relatively featureless walls where you anticipated seeing more cells like you had seen before. There are a couple of breaks in the walls as you walk. And then you find yourself at the head of another stairwell. That seems not familiar, not the same lay of the land that you had before. You continue down this next stair.
Does this remind us at all about when we were walking downstairs and into caverns in Undra all that time ago? Like, because that also was a place that wasn't really supposed to be there, didn't match the layout, it had some dark to it stuff.
Last time
Give
we were there,
me-
well, it changed.
Yeah.
Give me either a history or a religion check.
We'll go religion.
That went really well last time.
Okay. Ooh. 21. 28.
Looking down that stairwell, you do get a similar sense of one of those weird spaces that may be there one moment isn't the next. Or you don't change. You're continuing? Okay. You go down this next set of stairs. They don't feel as smooth beneath your feet. They don't feel as properly made. They feel more like stone, but more chiseled out of a surface than formed. You kind of have to watch your step. They're not all perfectly even. As you near the bottom of the steps, you hear a voice calling out. And you recognize Elikin Asalin's voice. And you hear him saying, "Darn it, turn around!" And his voice sounds strained. But that's all you hear. What do you do?
I assume we pick up the pace.
Okay.
Turn around, we charge faster towards you.
Go faster! I took driver's ed. I know what a yellow light means. You continue on. And you reach the bottom of the steps. This ground feels smooth enough, but still there's a bit of a rough texture, as if like stepping on, say, broken tile or something. The fog down here is definitely thicker. You can feel it in its way starting to kind of want to cling to your skin again, as if to draw you deeper inside. But there is a faint light, some 50, 60 feet ahead, The walls here again are rather featureless. You're expecting to see more cells or so. Well, you're not really sure what you're expecting at this point. But as you approach the light towards the end, you can see it's not a wall, but the fog that's kind of covering where it is, that is entranceway, is the only thing that kind of blocks it, so to speak. But you still can't quite see clearly through it. It's like looking through tempered glass. So you can't make out quite what's there, just something. What do you do? It's probably about a 15-foot gap in a otherwise featureless wall, and then this foggy haze.
Is
Are we
it
going through the portal?
solid?
It does not appear solid. Your hand goes through it like it's fog, like it's mist.
Step
It
through.
swirls around your fingers.
To go.
Steps on through. You guys follow him?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Beau grabs Cynthia in case she tries running and pulls her with him.
Do you have
Wait, if
inspiration?
I do not.
Take one. She absolutely was about to book it.
Nice try.
Why are you trying to get me killed?
If you die, I'll bring you back.
Well,
Unless
maybe.
you die.
I won't.
We're just
Was someone about
assuming
to
that
ask-
that's never gonna happen.
Was someone about to ask something? And I might have spoken over you. Okay.
I was thinking about asking something, then checked my own note and realized it wasn't going to work the way I wanted, so no.
Beautiful. You step into a large room. The stone tiles look mostly broken, as if something had struck them and crushed numerous of them. The walls are lined with that black smoke, that dark mist. But the most grand feature about it is that it appears to have maybe a kind of stage made of this like onyx. There's 2 stairs that wind up towards it, and it takes up the whole back of this room. There are 4 points on that kind of stage at the back wall that look like they're slightly elevated, almost like a stump. There's 4 of them. And standing in the very middle of it, you can see this. You just see what you, for a moment, thought was a statue. But it is about the size of that dwarven man you were hoping to find. But entirely made of ruby. He looks like a ruby carved dwarven stalwart figure. Weapon in one hand, a very large shield in the other. There's 2 smaller of these like statue-looking things on the sides of him. Both have arrows drawn. Arrows drawn and aimed at you.
We don't see
As
2
you-
other people. That
You do
presume-
not. You do not.
We are the most worthless superiors in this entire thing.
Not helpful at all.
The Avenger apparently got his title by some drunk person. What's he
These
avenging?
people haven't wronged him yet, so there's nothing for him to avenge.
Yeah, he's gonna avenge our deaths, but he's gonna wait for us to die first.
Well, what else would he be avenging then? What, the nicks and scrapes?
I mean,
you
that
got?
was
Come
his
on.
title. We didn't give him the title.
Mhm.
Y'all are the ones presuming where he might be. You just stepped into a weird world.
Well, he's not here.
Maybe
But
he's
it's
on the
true.
other
I mean-
side of the weird world. Anyway.
Just saying.
Just
Just
saying.
saying.
I realized I didn't put a token in here because again, even past Brenna forgot about Cynthia. So
Poor Cynthia.
well, we
She
get
just
this
gets no
beautiful
love
thing
from the
set up.
DM.
I'm sorry, guys. My brain was in like a full-on. Here's the party. Here's my NPCs. But like my
It's
bad
fine.
guys.
I've done that too.
That's all I got.
It's very easy.
While I drag you all over into what you see, we can take a short break so I can quick prep a few things and look over a couple things. And when we get back, you'll see precisely where the party wound up and whether or not they maybe should have heeded multiple people telling them to turn back. We'll
I
see.
mean, I guess
We'll
we
see.
can just leave the plot.
Danger. We don't care about danger.
For sure, for
I
sure.
laugh in the face of danger. Ha 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 ha.
Exactly.
Good gracious.
Listen, we killed a dragon. We're fine.
Literally,
Anyway.
like this morning or something. I don't even know.
Yes,
It literally was.
I think it was
Did we
literally
wasn't it yesterday?
yesterday.
PRB,
No.
PRB.
All right.
Welcome back. All right. Thank you for your patience. Thanks, players, for your future patience. So you have stepped a lot like that. Yeah. that would break the tension for sure. So you've stepped through the smoke, through that fog, and now very clearly you can see the room you have entered, and I'll drag you over there in roll 20. Boo. We can see?
We can see.
Yes.
So you can see ahead where that elevated platform is, that kind of onyx platform and the stairs leading up. There is all along the walls is more of that black smoke, and straight ahead staring you down is this very large statue-looking ruby dwarf. I think, well, no. You step through. You're not surprising anybody. There's no surprise element here. I will ask though, was the intention, I'll give this, was the intention that as soon as you stepped through, saw who you were looking for with that dwarf, was that the plan was to cast the spell? Was that your hope for
that was
Cynthia?
Beau's plan. He was going to do that like on site, if we could say that we do that before initiative.
Was for him to cast or for him to tell her to cast?
He was going to tell her to cast as his vocal component for casting what he was casting. That's why I said for her to be ready. There's a
He
vocal
was going to do
component.
Word of Misfortune.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
The vocal side of his spell is a command to her?
It's saying out loud for Cynthia to do it. He's not commanding her, he's cueing her.
Right. No. I'm sorry. I thought you meant that his vocal cue to her was also the verbal component of his spell.
Yes.
That's what I thought you were saying.
That is what I was saying.
That doesn't make sense to
Because
me.
he's not saying the words Cynthia do it, but they had previously discussed that when he said something, that was Cynthia's cue to then do whole person.
Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure we don't get to make up new vocal component. Okay. No.
It is the cue, it's not the phrase.
Got it. Okay. We are back on the same page. Welcome. Welcome, Brenna. Okay. Yeah. Go for it. So you're casting, you're simultaneously casting.
Yeah, it just happens. It's a cantrip. So once he casts it, they have to, any save that they make, they roll a d4 and subtract it from their save.
Okay, there's no save of
Correct. He does not make a save against.
D4.
Yeah, he does not make a save against me. He'll be making a save against her, but he's gonna have a minus d4.
Okay, minus d4. Got it. And then she's casting Hold Person, which I dropped. It does say humanoid.
Correct.
And she casts, and you don't seem to note any kind of effect. And she herself looks rather disappointed. Kind of a hiss from her. Great job!
On to plan B then.
At this point, we will have you all roll initiative.
I mean, there was an aspect of his thinking that if she felt like it wasn't going to be a humanoid with her alleged intelligence, she wouldn't waste her spell energy on it. But
well, if only we knew what we were dealing. It does look like a human. I mean, it looks humanoid-ish. It's just not.
So there was a chance it could have worked.
Yeah.
We don't know.
well,
I forgot I got advantage on initiative, and I rolled a nat 20 for my second roll.
Got him. All right, give me 1 second. Yes. What? Where's his thing? Oh, that's fine. Okay. Theirs is. Okay. So Viola got a nat 20. Did anyone else get 20 or higher? Fantastic. I love where this is going. So what is your total, Viola?
23.
23. Okay. Between 15 and 20? Oh dear. All right. Between 10 and 15.
10.
14. Do you want to switch with me, Beau?
Get all the way up there. I mean, sure.
It's better for you to go
Yeah.
early in the initiative than me, so.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and below 10.
9.
Lovely. With the 9.
Ste'yn's
Okay, that's
tired,
fine.
so it makes sense.
Yeah. It does make sense.
Here we go again.
Keep doing this to myself. Okay. So, there's a kind of a small grinding sound that you realize is potentially a chuckle. You're not quite sure, coming from this large creature atop this this platform, but otherwise, Viola, you're up first.
Well, she will move. We're gonna have her move towards those steps.
Oh,
She's
how
gonna
high up is
move-
this stage? Out of curiosity.
It goes about 15 feet high.
Okay.
It's got some length to it, some height to it, rather.
Okay. Cool.
And
Okay.
then she's going to shoot at that big ruby guy. Oh wait, she's gonna cast Hunter's Mark first
There she
before
goes.
she forgets.
Yes, she
Hunter's
will.
Mark.
And then she's going
Oh,
to
no,
shoot
not
at
that
that thing with her.
Crossbow.
Yes. I didn't forget the phrase crossbow. I was like, maybe she should go for one of the things first, but she is just going to shoot for the ruby thing. Just to see what happens with it first, because she would definitely cast Hunter's Mark on it. So, yeah, that's what she's going to do. Okay. Attack with this one.
Okay.
That is a 17.
17 does not hit.
Okay. And then for her second attack, she's going to do the same thing.
Does she
Go
get a
for it.
second attack? Did you take the crossbow feat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's not going to hit either. That was a, yeah.
Change my music. There it is.
Maybe we
Music
won't
sounds
use that die
weirdly
anymore.
Egyptian to me right now. It sounds like it belongs in Aladdin, what I'm hearing.
From where?
Huh? Like what the stream's getting, it sounds almost like it
Oh.
belongs in Aladdin. Like it's still combat-y music, but it just feels like we
We're in
should
the
be
wrong neck of
invading
the
a
woods for that
pyramid.
one.
Yeah.
Wrong neck of the wood for that one.
Okay, that's all she's got.
All right. That puts us at our buddies.
Oh, they got higher than 14?
They did. Shock and awe.
As I live and breathe.
As I
Oh my gosh.
Alright. The first one is going to aim a you see it drag out this arrow. It's a slim, and it's glistening, as the entire thing itself is also made of what appears to be ruby. It will aim at you approaching, Viola.
Sweet.
That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Fantastic. So I'm going to do... Nice. That is 13 piercing damage. Okay. And we hit do the ranged attack. This one can make a ranged. Yeah, so it. Oh, that's pretty bad. Sorry, 1 second. I was noting one of its traits. Coordinated volley. Fantastic. As the other one, as soon as that one launched its bow or its arrow, the second one launched an arrow at you as well, Viola. This one. We're going to get an attack. That is only a 15, though. That one's not going to hit.
Nope.
But it will draw, in quick motion, it will draw a second arrow and attack.
And that's coming from the one over here in the corner?
Correct. Oh, hold on. Yes.
Okay.
With good distance. But I don't think that's going to hit either. That's a 19 to hit.
The hit.
Oh.
Doesn't have her
Why would
swords
it
drawn.
That hit you.
Oh.
Viola, does that hit you?
Wait. Oh,
yeah,
you
that,
can.
no. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, okay. And that's going to be another 13 piercing damage. Fantastic. It's going to make it Snow's turn.
Oh, so Beau's because we swapped.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you swap?
Yeah.
Okay, I heard it said, but I didn't hear anyone actually confirm it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
no,
we're gonna
Beau's
swap
perfect.
Beau and Snow. So Beau.
All right. Beau's gonna do steady aim and then throw a dagger at this person here that shot first.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So that's a 13.
Viola is
plus-
bloodied, by the way.
All right. So that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Nice. That is 8 plus. That's 16 psychic damage, and it is now vexed to him.
Vexed means
My next attack against it will have
Advantage.
advantage, but I don't
Excellent.
have another attack that I can do at this time. So
Dag.
his turn's over.
okay. That would make it then Snow's turn.
Snow is going to pull out two things. One will be a small vial of purple worm poison, which he hands to Beau. That will do 12d6 poison damage on a failed DC 19 con save. You have to
Wow.
put that on a physical dagger, of course, not on a
Yeah.
psychic dagger. But
Is that an
There you
item
go.
in here, or is it like a purple?
yeah, purple worm.
Ah, there it is. Thank you.
And then, secondly, so he passes that off to Beau, and then
he pulls out a deck of cards, and he pulls out a handful.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Jeez.
Okay.
It's
Let
due
me-
time.
Time to duel.
Um,
Duel.
Yeah, so there were
let me-
30 originally. I've pulled a few of them already.
A couple.
But I'm gonna pull out.
4 or 3? 4.
I'm gonna
maybe?
pull out 6 more right now.
Okay, let's see what we get. This is.
6
Why didn't I
beasts.
think this would happen? I don't know. Silly me. Let's see. Let's see what you get. So. 6, you said?
Yes, ma'am. 6 beasts, please.
9 of spades. Where's my spades? That card's not in there. There were quite a few missing. 2 of hearts. Nope. 9 of hearts. There we go. The 9 of hearts dissolves into a chittering mess of a swarm of maggots. Enjoy that.
See.
Enjoy that.
What in the heck
Wonderful.
does that even do? Cynthia's
much.
throwing up right now because she's standing right there.
Those are bats. I was looking for something real quick to throw at you.
You want to just move? Can you shrink the cards any? Like if you just took the 9 and shrunk
I can
it
get
down?
you tokens.
A little
I can
thing?
get you tokens, Brenna.
Okay.
You
I
can
should've
just
done
keep
that.
drawing cards.
Okay. That was 1. Well, I get no, because they don't exist. That's why I should have just said they. Whatever. Next one. 7 of clubs. Seven of clubs dissolves also into a numerous little creatures flopping about as you produce a swarm of, I want to say kippers, but I don't know that
Magikarps?
it's pronounced kippers. Basically, well, they're like piranhas. They're piranhas
Oh no! They're just
that-
dying.
that don't do well out of water.
Just mix them with the maggots. You
You're
got
right.
yourself a stew going
Put
on.
him in a bowl, quick! 8 of clubs.
World's
is not there.
worst crawfish boil.
No! No!
Somehow I don't think it would be quite the same.
6 of clubs.
Why did we get
Oh,
like
there
the
you go.
crazy strong spider to take out some bandits, and now
I
we're
know,
getting
I
some
know.
floppy fish?
Speak-
I have a
We've
lion.
gotten a lion, a spider queen thing.
This
A
one-
giant snake.
This one is not an ice spider. It is just a normal giant spider
Ugh.
that the 6
well,
of
Let's
clubs
go.
At
dissolves
least it's
into.
giant.
Yeah.
Always spiders.
Queen of clubs.
Why is it always spiders?
Somebody's thinking
it
to himself
fair?
right now.
Why is it always
All right.
spiders?
Why couldn't it be follow the butterflies?
Well,
Okay. Oh,
oh.
Just give me time. There's 3 more.
This one.
They've gotten progressively bigger. We went from like tiny maggots to like a bunch of fish, and now we got a giant spider.
Oh no. That's okay. This time the king expands and gets furry around it as you produce what makes Viola very excited when you see a polar bear appear in front of you.
I was just gonna say bear.
7 of hearts.
Another polar bear to befriend. Because the first one went so well.
There ought to be a limit to how many you can draw. Unless you're like, huh, and you just throw them all in one action, which is, I guess.
He said a handful, so
This is
Depends
where
on
It's
Yeah.
possible you just grab
He
them off
just
deck,
got a
throw 'em.
mouse.
this is where rules get made. This is how it happens. What did I just draw? A 7 of hearts.
Part of the cards.
Uh-huh. This one also expands, gets a little bit more muscly as a giant hyena shows up.
Wow.
Very
Mhm.
nice.
And your last draw.
These things aren't even gonna like all fit on the map because we've got like big and giant.
But it just
and-
hops onto the wall. To make space for them.
Speaking of sticking onto odd places, the 7 of heart. Oh no, that's 7 of diamonds. Wait, what did I pull? Yeah, 7 of diamonds.
Yeah,
The 7 of diamonds.
frog.
Nope.
Is there another
7
spider?
of diamonds turns into a giant octopus.
Octodad.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. This is
I won't lie,
crazy.
that was unexpected.
All is right, all is just.
I'm now going to give inspiration to Ste'yn. I would like just the fact that all of this just happened to be the inspiration for Ste'yn. I really hope she's
Oh.
feeling inspired.
Are you
Saw the
feeling
maggots.
inspired by the maggots and
Ugh.
the fish out of
Maggots
water?
wouldn't bother her.
Yeah, I don't think
She
she'd be
would
that
be
bothered by
sweet.
She
maggots.
actually
Cemetery.
might be. She's like, hey, that's a part of the process of death, which I love.
Don't interrupt death. Oh my gosh, I saw the token for the maggots and I'm about to lose it. Ugh.
If anything,
Ste'yn
she's
is
upset that
inspired.
there's no dead body for them to help decompose.
We can
They're being
provide a dead
stopped
body for
from-
them.
True.
Yes, Cynthia.
We need to help them provide their purpose in life.
You guys, the keepers. Keepers.
And I've got all the stat blocks up as well.
Awesome. You hold tight to that. Oh, spiders.
Do they go immediately after me? I feel like that's what we normally had them do, but I don't remember.
Like
Okay.
I guess like a companion kind of figure.
Excellent. All right.
We are definitely going to rule this one another time in the game. We will be drawing one at a time. Don't know that I want to deal with that. This is our polar bear. Good gracious. This is our hyena.
Well, this is just a replacement since our superiors can't help us with anything.
Instead of
No.
having Elekid and Storkum, we have a polar
Yeah.
bear and a
Yeah, I mean, the
spider.
maggots so
Yeah.
far are going to be more helpful than they have been.
Hey, Viola got a little bit of training from Storkum. She
It
got,
was
like, 2
one
sessions
time.
in. She got like 2 sessions. I think they did 2 over the week.
I'm just never going to give authority figures in a game ever again.
I mean, authority figures are great when they're helpful. It's not our fault that they never help us when we need them.
Let me recall these cards.
You're doing great,
We
Brenna.
wanted to see Storkum and Elikin in battle. We didn't
We
get
did.
it, so this is what we get.
I was not.
This is what
going to-
happens.
You could have given us that, but now you got the cards.
Uh-huh.
Next turn,
Um,
Snow draw 6 more.
I have cards left.
I have cards left. I don't want to. I don't want to pull them back into the deck if we're gonna have to draw them again. I'm trying
You
to
can
think
just
if there's
remove
a.
them, huh?
Yeah, we'll just delete them because I can still recall them if I need to later.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yeah,
You're
let's
doing
do that.
fantastic.
Thanks.
You never know what players are going to throw at you.
You're
and you get to just roll
absolutely
with it. It's
correct.
great.
You are absolutely correct. Let's upload.
Especially if
these
that
guys.
player is a bard.
Uh-huh. And especially if that player has access to cards.
Yeah. That's what it was. We
Give me
gave the
a deck of
bard
cards
cards.
and not expect me to pull as many as possible.
This is how we learn. One card in the future.
I like cards.
Not that it's not a fantastic idea. Don't let that feel like I'm punishing for a great idea. No, it's great. Me as a DM, I don't know if I can do all. We'll learn in
At least
time.
you didn't
Where
say
are you
52
guys?
card pickup and just, spread the whole deck around.
It's because there was only 30 cards total.
He's like, there's other rubies I have to fight with these.
Exactly.
Where'd I drop them? Monsters?
I want to confront Rosita on an elephant eventually. So.
Okay, Hannibal.
I thought Roll20 was gonna let me upload these. Multiple. It's fine. Here's our bear. Here's
That's
our
unbearable.
Hi. Anti-inspiration. I'm kidding.
I'm already exhausted.
I know you
Another
poor
level
thing.
of exhaustion.
Please no.
It's our new threat. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who am I missing? I'm missing
Thankfully,
the
the
keepers.
octopus can hold its breath for an hour outside of water, and it wasn't going to last
Nice.
longer than that anyway.
Yeah, I
So-
don't think the keepers are gonna though. I think they might be dead out of the water.
They will immediately begin to suffocate. yes.
Suffocate.
Oh no.
But they
that's
still have a
pretty
small amount
horrid.
of speed, and they're gonna use as much of that as they can.
Oh,
Hyena?
goodness.
Did I say it was a giant hyena too?
You said it was large
Yeah.
at least, if not giant.
It's
Giant
She
hyena?
said giant.
Giant hyena, giant octopus, giant spider, polar bear, swarm of maggots, swarm of piranhas. I have all of them up.
Mhm.
Just needs the tokens.
large.
So I can control them.
Yes. There's not
And this is where Snow becomes the Beastmaster Bard.
Really? The heck, dude. It is not
Spider.
letting me. Here it is.
2 medium
keepers?
swarms and 4 large beasts.
There's a spider
There's-
outside my house last night that was like a good 4 inches
I'd say.
across.
Oh,
Wild.
Well, I'm glad it
Oh.
wasn't this big.
I have one hanging out on our porch that is actually doing a great job at keeping the mosquitoes out. So I let him.
Well,
live.
spiders are great for that. As long as they're not
Yeah.
giving me trouble, they get to hang around as much
Mhm.
as they want. As long
Just
as they
like-
don't, make a web like right over my bed or something. That's no, then they die. But if they're just
Yeah.
hanging out in the corners, hanging out outside,
Fair, right? I just wish they would know, like, hey,
it's a
don't let me
symbiotic
see you.
relationship.
If I see you, I can't. I have a duty to kill you. But if you stay out of sight, please, please.
All right, looks like I can already
Okay.
move the spider, so I'll
Oh,
start
shoot.
with him.
Yeah, I'm giving you a polar bear.
Snow's
Give me
menagerie. Add it to the
Giant
initiative.
spider has a speed of 30 feet, and obviously has spider climb. Excellent. Sorry, how
Okay.
high did we say this dais is?
15
15
feet.
feet high.
Okay. So spider will not be able to get into melee with big guy, but that's okay. Spider can get into melee with this guy though.
Hmm. Climbs or crawls over.
First going to... Oh, it doesn't have a multi-attack. I feel like it used to. Yeah, we're just gonna bite him. Actually, yeah, we're just gonna start biting.
Okay.
Spider's gonna take his bite attack. That is a 15.
15 does not hit.
Cool. Moving right along. The octopus. Actually, we'll go with the hyena next. The hyena has a greater speed. 50 feet.
Ooh. Runny boy.
Hyena's gonna get all the way up here. We'll also make a bite attack.
Okay.
That's less.
That probably doesn't hit.
I cannot move the polar bear,
Oh.
but the octopus.
You should now.
The octopus has a speed of 10 feet and will begin flopping towards the other side.
Can it shoot ink or anything like that? Or is that squids, actually? Squids?
It has an ink cloud
octopus.
reaction that it can take, but that's only when it's underwater.
Oh no!
True. It would be hard to create an ink cloud in air.
Yeah, a bit. Polar bear. Let's see. This is a large creature. I can't do math. Okay, yeah. Since this is a large creature, he tall enough because he's got a reach of 5 feet. 10 plus 5, 15. So I can take some scratches at those boots. And the polar bear's got a multi-attack, so he's going to make 2 rend attacks.
So sorry. So as the polar bear goes moving in that direction, stopping underneath, can the polar bear please make me a dex save?
Natural 1.
You command the bear, it starts running. Once it reaches where it is at this point, you see its feet land on nothing, and it goes tumbling into, well, you can't see what, but some kind of pit that was not visible as you entered. It is now visible. It is now clear that there is a large broken section of that floor. And you watch it, and you hear this terribly pained yelping, and a slight squish kind of sound, as if it were stabbed through with something. It is going to take...
That's not surprising because the polar bear had a crit against him.
Huh?
So it's like this square right here is technically not there?
Hold on. I will show. Not Blair.
Oh.
Pit! And far below, in said pit. It is going to take 8 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And it is down a deep pit.
The swarm of maggots has a greater speed than the octopus. So it's gonna start moving this way. And then lastly, our lovely fish have a speed of 5.
And they move outside of water?
Mm-hmm.
They just can't
They
breathe.
have a speed of 5. I didn't make it up.
They just can't breathe.
Correct. They have begun to suffocate. Creature can hold its breath for a minute plus their Constitution modifier, which is -1. But they're gonna just be alive for a minute, and then they're all just gonna die.
A minute of flopping about.
Yeah.
What a terrible final minute of its life.
Thankfully, it's not real. And they
Find out.
cannot be frightened.
Snow is okay with animal torture as long as it's not a real animal.
I mean, it's not like Peter's
As
gonna
long as
show
it is
up.
entirely a magical thing and not an actual creature,
It's
yeah.
just a display of gore.
I thought you meant Peter from the Hunger Games. And I
No.
was like, what? Since when does he have an affinity for fish?
Uh-huh.
He likes bread. That's his thing.
Yeah. Anything else, Snow?
That was everything I could do except for movements, so I'll just move
Oh my goodness.
here.
Never mind.
Mm.
I might have missed writing down old Ruby Shield's initiative order. He was
I
supposed
was
to
gonna
go.
say, I'm
He was supposed to
surprised
go.
he hasn't gone higher.
He was supposed to, and I missed it. So he'll go here instead. He was supposed to go after Beau. Whoops.
Oh darn.
It's all right.
But you didn't.
But he didn't. So he's gonna go after Snow this time.
He just wanted to see what Snow was gonna do.
Yeah, he was gauging.
Didn't
He
we
was
all?
holding his turn.
Kind of.
Didn't we all?
Fantastic. So he is going to, in this great big display, he kind of monitors the scene for a moment, sees the chaos unfolding, simply shakes his head, tells you you're delaying the inevitable. And it's time for your judgment.
Oh no. Anyway.
He's going to...
You've really got to get better at these intimidation tactics.
Gosh. Give me a chance, guys!
You're doing great.
You are. Our characters are just assholes.
Yeah, no kidding. So let's see. Chris's movement. Fantastic. He leaps down and forward will have him land.
Does he have to make a dexterity
Yeah,
save?
it would be
or fall into
hilarious
the
if he falls in his own
He
pit.
just falls.
It would be as
He
good
does
as seeing a
not.
trapper
Distracted by
walk
our
on his own
responses.
trap.
He does not.
He's just slightly distracted by
And
our
falls
responses
down.
and forgets how far he needs to jump.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what it is.
You were supposed to be
5,
scared,
10, 15.
boy.
Well, at least we can gauge
Comes
where it's safe
down.
to step based off of where he's walking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's fine to step. It's if you go too far in. Well, here is fine. Never mind. Never mind. We'll see where it is. It's fine. It's fine. He's going to. Keep it straight. What distance have we gone here? He's like that. Where is that still a 9? Page here. And
Straight for the
we're
maggots.
checking a dis. Yeah,
Get
right.
those maggots.
No, this will also work. Either. Oh no, that's also too far. But this will work just fine.
Uh-oh.
He jumps down, starts stepping forward. Again, in the midst of this cacophony where this zoo is just unleashed around him, turns to you, Snow, that started this mess. And he is suddenly, he starts charging. He charges right at you.
Do the maggots get opportunity attack in the squid?
Do they?
The octopus? I mean, the
Do
humans
they have
right next to
opportunity
him.
attack? Yeah.
So they're definitely going to do that.
Go for it.
The maggots are going to attempt to grapple. Just kidding.
I'm gonna say it fails. They all just swarm up his ruby leg.
No, but they're gonna do an infestation. Oh, actually, no. The
Oh, I'm
maggots
sorry.
do not.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. Pause. The action he's taking does not provoke opportunity attacks. He is performing his crushing advance. It does not provoke opportunity. I apologize. Otherwise, 100% I was going to go with that.
Maggots aren't actually in melee yet anyway. They have a reach of 0 feet. They have to occupy the same square because they're maggots.
Oh, that would have worked. Ah, dang.
But the
That's right.
octopus-
We'll do that later. He comes charging at you, Snow, and barrels into you with his shield arm forward. I need you to please make me a dexterity saving throw.
25.
Okay. So that is going to do. Is it?
Is that a success?
It is a success, which means you're going to take half damage.
Thank goodness.
Because I didn't have my dice prepared, I'm just going to use... We're going to use roll 20 for the first time in a minute. Roll.
Wow.
I know, right? 68. And hope I don't cry.
You don't cry.
So
15.
yes, because I want big numbers. So 30, so have 15 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you are able to kind of keep yourself somehow standing against the blunt force of his attack. His crushing advance attack or action.
Is that all?
No, it is not. In fact, he's going to then, as his bonus action, he brings his arm up again to swat at you. And I need you to now please make me a strength saving throw.
Specialty. 9.
Fantastic. You feel the force again of his shield arm slam into your side, and find yourself pushed.
Ouch.
10 feet in the other direction is kind of back arms you. I guess it'd be in his...
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get pushed backward. I
Well,
didn't expect him to go sideways. It seems like he got pimp
Yeah,
slapped.
he could have gone job. He definitely got... He did. Smack to the side. Taste a little blood in your mouth. Watch your tone, boy.
I mean, we always had that
you.
suspicion about the pike. Oh, wait, no, not the pike. The wild
Anyway,
pike. We always
yeah,
had
the
that
wild
suspicion. We know who
Anyway.
he's connected to.
So that would have been Snow's turn. Ste'yn, it is your turn.
Okay.
Did I not take damage from getting pushed? It was
No,
just a push? Okay.
it's a shove.
He's just shoving me around.
Oh.
That's rude.
He's just slapping you around.
Okay, Ste'yn is going to
I also thought it should have done damage, and I thought about adding it, and I was like, let's just
move
play it
forward
how
a
it is.
little bit.
Hey, at least make him prone or something. Otherwise, it just
If
seems
he-
like a kind of.
And
Did it
then,
say
I made
prone?
the dex save earlier. That
Did
would have
I-
made me prone.
Push 10 feet. Yeah, the other one definitely would have been prone.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Oh.
know.
she's going to cast Bless on her party. And we're gonna upcast that to 2nd level to get Viola, Snow, Beau, and Cynthia.
I thought you
Oh,
maybe were
yeah,
gonna say the octopus.
Cynthia.
Get the maggots
Yeah,
in
I need to
Thought
go to
about
Cynthia.
Thought about it, but so you all get a D4 to add to any attack rolls or saving throws that you make for the next minute, or as long as I hold concentration.
Nice.
Counterspell.
Bell. Cynthia casts
And-
counter spell.
Beau on his turn
For my
gives her
bonus
word of
action, we're going to
misfortune.
cast Spare the Dying with the Fish.
Oh, actually, Beau still has it up on. Oh wait, no, he used it
I'm
already.
kidding.
Oh wait,
Kidding.
so her spell on him. Wait, Breg. So her spell on him, it just like he didn't roll or anything like that, right? When she cast Hold Person on him. When Cynthia cast Hold Person, like he had no roll or anything like that, right?
Right, it did not work.
Okay, so his word, his concentration then is still going. So the next saving throw he makes, it's still gonna be at a minus D4.
Minus D4.
Yeah. Just realized that.
Okay, that's Ste'yn's turn. We're not actually casting Spare the Dying on the Fish.
It wouldn't work. It's
Aw.
not at 0 hit points yet.
Exactly.
You gotta wait.
one
Wait,
minute.
She'll wait. That's why she's standing
Okay.
by him, you know? She's watching them.
When they suffocate in a minute, then you can cast Spare the Dying.
And I'll be stabilized.
Cynthia.
Just use your foot and scooch him closer to the ruby guy.
Ste'yn kicks the piranhas into the ruby guy for her bonus action.
The swarm.
I'll allow it.
I almost wish that Beau had the one spell that summons like a portion of the ocean in a block section, and it just holds it there.
Right
just
there.
summon it in that little square.
Shape water, just give you a little bubble here.
Yeah.
The piranhas are like, just wait till you get inside this water and see what we can do.
You're all mine, buddy. Okay. Yeah,
Should have
Cynthia's
kept Create or Destroy Water. Oh well.
Cynthia's holding way back. She's like staying right by, like
She's
away
doing
from this thing.
Jumping
and
jacks?
she's-
What is the symbol?
Oh no, that's the mage armor on herself. She did not cast it in advance. She does need to use the
okay.
time to use it. So now she's got mage armor. She's tough.
It makes you look buff.
She's not tough. She's terrified right now. She doesn't know what the heck is going on. And there's a bunch of now creatures, including a swarm of maggots, and this thing that just smacked snow around. And she's unhappy.
Fine.
This is not her
She seems
library
very surprised
peace
whenever
place.
magic happens for a wizard. Magic!
It's not the magic that's surprising her. I'm sorry, Mr. Afraid of Spiders. Are you also
Okay.
surprised by the magic?
No, he's not surprised by the magic. He doesn't like the spider. There's a difference.
Yeah, she doesn't either. Anyway,
Pull yourself together, girl.
fantastic. That brings us back to the top of the round, Viola. Viola, where are you? You're over there. Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay, go on.
She's gonna run up next to this guy. And then she's gonna start swinging at him.
Go for it. He does not have your hunter's mark.
Right.
That polar bear almost looks sad in its
Is
picture.
the bless is like a consistent thing? Any
Mhm.
attack all the time? Okay.
Yep.
But as long as she has concentration
Yep.
within this
16?
minute.
16 just hits.
Nice.
Sweet. So that was with that one. Nine damage.
All right.
And then she'll take her other attack action on it. $21.
21 hits.
Good grief. That's 5 damage.
Okay.
And then does she feel like her strikes are like fully sinking and like doing the damage, or is it kind of like with the ruby ones before where like she could tell they were hitting but they weren't hurting very much?
These two, or this guy that you're hitting,
Mhm.
you feel pretty confident that you're striking pretty true.
Okay, so she's gonna go ahead and
Does
do
her blade
that
draw
bonus.
blood?
The blade draws blood.
Do that bonus. That's definitely gonna hit
Fantastic.
for, oh my gosh, 4 damage. It just kept
Owie.
getting worse and worse.
It's definitely bloodied.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's all she's
Bloodied
got.
Okay.
Bloodied is
He's going
not
to
great for
use-
me because Viola's bloodied, but
He's going to use the ruby shield. Going to use one of his legendary actions. He lifts an arm towards you, Viola, and you
But
just
why?
as if in command, and just says, "Kill her." And this guy back here is going to attack you.
Because he
Fueled
got on that
by-
stage. He should have never went on the stage.
Yeah, right. What are you doing?
They
on my
were both
stage?
shooting at her anyways.
Yeah, but now he's involved. No one gets on my stage.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
He doesn't like sharing the spotlight.
I know someone else like that.
Here,
I
right?
don't know what you're talking about.
Look at her. Look at her presuming we're talking about her.
Mhm.
Point proven.
Assumption.
She's so
Yep.
vain, she thinks that song is about her.
That is another. That is I'm sorry. Yeah, that is another 13 points of piercing damage.
Jeez, do they do
As one of
anything
these
less than that
arrows.
with these arrows?
Yeah, seriously.
Not when
This is very
when this one
consistent
die-
damage output.
we love to see it. The D20 isn't as nice as the D10. Okay, that's going to make it. Oh, speak of, it's their turn. This one that's next to Viola. His face looks very still, very just unmoved, despite how hurt he looks otherwise. He is going to turn away from you, Viola. Oops, there's your...
It shoots giant spider.
Could. Or it could hopefully get rid of the problem in a better way. He's aimed at you, Snow.
I'm not concentrating. This
Yeah,
one
it
fixes
doesn't
problem.
solve anything.
Listen.
He doesn't know that, but you know.
He doesn't know that. You're absolutely right.
He'll be disappointed though when snow falls and there's still giant spiders and giant
Yeah, we
hyenas
like,
and giant octopus.
Sir, we did as you
Polar bears.
commanded. He'll be like, I didn't know.
If anything, they'll be
Um,
more wild because they aren't having
That's
anybody
a-
to command them.
23 to hit.
Just hits.
Just hits. That is not as nice of a roll, actually. That's only going to be 4 piercing damage. But it did strike true, which activates its coordination. Basically. You roll 1 damage die. Oh! Disciplined aim. We love that. Sorry. Hold on that 4 damage. Let's try again. Yeah. Instead of 4, let's make that 9 damage.
Okay.
Its buddy is going to, with beautiful training, also make an attack, but that one's not as good. That's only a 9 to hit.
Oh, this guy
Imagine
really
does not.
can't tag in. He's always missing
Yeah.
his tag-ins.
The tag, but once it's his actual turn, which it is now, he's going after you, Viola.
Sweet.
Oof.
Does Viola have
That is
partial cover
only-
behind this guy?
Does not. Not that it matters, because a 10 is not going to hit
Technically,
Viola.
you do get half cover. I learned that today, but haven't
Oh?
had a chance to implement that yet. Yeah, if a creature is directly between you, you're supposed to have half cover. Never knew that before
Interesting.
earlier today.
I did not know that either. I wouldn't have.
I
mean,
mean, it makes sense.
It makes sense. Yeah.
It depends on like
makes
the
sense.
size of the creature and stuff like that,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, if it's a halfling, you're probably not going to take the halfling. You're holding it up.
Halfling got full cover.
I was
behind
gonna
the
say
taller
quarter
creature.
cover.
I thought it the other way around. The halfling was creating the cover, and so he's just like got his arms flailing, trying to be as big as he can. Yeah, his attack missed. So it is Beau's turn.
All right. Beau's gonna run up this wall about 20. There's a wall here, I assume, or is there a wall someplace?
Not immediately above you. So that 15 feet, or I should probably have marked that. But like where y'all entered, so like from here to here, right?
All right.
There's not a wall. You can go around and go
do
up.
there and then up the wall.
There you go.
So he'll go about 20 feet up the wall, and then he's going to throw a psychic dagger at him, who is still vexed by him, to the end of his turn, so he gets advantage plus bless.
The guy in front of Viola, right?
Yeah. So that is 17 plus 7, so that'll be a hit. All right. And that is 3, 7, 9, 12 psychic damage. And then his bonus action, he's gonna. Oh, okay. Well, his bonus action, he's still throwing a knife, and
Do it.
he's gonna
Don't let
throw
me tell
it
you what to
at this guy. He just won't have advantage now.
Okay. That's good reach. These ranged weapons are good reach.
That is 17.
17 hits.
All right, and that's just a D4 this time around. So that's 2 psychic damage, and now Vex is back.
Vex is back.
Vex is
How
back,
much damage? I'm
boys.
sorry.
2.
How much?
2.
But you are so vexed.
Yeah.
Got it.
He doesn't get to add his one modifier to his bonus action attacks. He doesn't have the fancy fighting style of Viola.
All right. Anything else, Beau?
Nope. That's all he's got.
Fantastic.
Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. I realized that I measured to this guy before, but I didn't measure to him and not after I moved him, but we're still good.
I had a feeling you'd be okay. Okay. The Ruby Shield, whose turn it was meant to be last time, this time around, will take his turn in his correct order. He is going to... Let's see, that will still be within 10 feet. Snow, would you like an opportunity attack against him as he steps away from you?
Just slap him back for 0 damage.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna pass on that. I'd like to hold on to my reaction for anything else that might be useful.
he takes a step ahead towards you, Ste'yn, but rather than completely approaching you, he lifts his shielded arm and he slams it into the ground in front of him. The ground shakes, and beyond just it physically rattling you, your entire body and mind are shaken by it. I need you, Ste'yn, and Snow, and I suppose the maggots in this. I suppose.
Yes.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Is Cynthia out of range?
Cynthia is out of range. It is
Okay,
a 10
cool.
foot.
All right. Yeah, I was just trying to gauge what the range was. So cool.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
That is
I
a
won't tell you what the DC is.
dirty 20.
Okay.
15 for me and 16 for the maggots.
The maggot succeeded where Snow did not.
Heck yes.
Snow, you find the shaking to be all too much. You find yourself completely rattled. It knocks you to the ground. You are prone and you are stunned until the end of his next turn.
The maggots didn't need to roll anyway. They're immune to both prone and stunned conditions.
Oh, there you go.
They're just chilling.
Lucky little maggots.
What are you gonna do to maggots? You know, like they do not care about anything you might do.
That's why you ain't
Who
get
knew
a
that the
herd
real
of
big bad
honey
evil guy
badgers.
was maggots?
Good little maggots.
All right, that was his. Two.
Have we injured this guy?
You've
Nope.
not.
Okay.
It's coming.
We killed one of his henchmen.
Henchlings.
Henchlings. And
That's better
he-
than Ruby Buddies. That's what I've been calling them in the notes.
What? Oh my gosh. He draws his sword, and as he wields it, you can see it is longer than the average sword. It is a, it is an extensively long weapon. Along with everything on him is just seeming grotesquely out of misproportion. Just everything is bigger. So it does have reach. It does have reach. As he swings. He is going to swing. Yes. First at you, Ste'yn.
I do like to mentally picture just Beau and
What?
Ste'yn laughing as he draws this.
I would love that. Please do that. That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Still laughing?
Oh, we don't know what the damage is.
Fantastic. Let's find out. Oh, that could have been better. That's okay. That is 17 piercing damage.
Okay.
His next attack is going to swing around. Melee attacks against prone is at advantage.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's the one? Okay. I get it confused. As he takes a
Also
second
against
swing.
stunned creatures.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Double
Against
it.
Cool. That's 25 to hit. I'm pretty sure hit. Just a guess. Correct me if I'm wrong.
If
That
only
is going
somebody's
to
boyfriend knew some healing magic.
But he doesn't know. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not arguing it.
He's just tired, like his girlfriend.
That is going to be 20 points of piercing damage
Against me?
against you, Snow.
Okay. Snow's looking rough.
Those are his attacks. He already. I think he's happy with that. And his bonus action. Ste'yn, please make me a strength saving throw.
She's so good at those.
You have inspiration if you need it.
Yes, that is a strength.
Strength.
Yes, that is a 12. I can add inspiration to that if that fails.
You did fail.
Okay. Okay, that brings it up to a dirty 20. A max on the
That
inspiration.
is better. Okay. With
Thank you,
his
Snow.
with his oversized arm that comes crashing into you, see the same thing he had done to Snow with the shield, slamming it into you. But you are able to withstand it and keep your position.
Should have actually saved it because he was just going to move you over 10 feet. Oh well.
Yeah, but she might have gone into the piranhas.
Yeah, heaven
They're already
Alright.
suffocating. She just lands on them now.
Snow, it is your turn. Although you are
boy.
stunned.
I cannot do anything with my turn except move, and I'm good where I am. So that brings us to the 6.
You don't want to stand up.
Snow flopping on the ground like the keeper, the keepers. Like,
Well, yes, I will move into a standing position. I'll get up off the ground, but I'm not moving from where I
Get
am.
up off of that ground.
He gets knocked down. He gets back up again.
Yeah, I was thinking of Yu-Gi-Oh! And in putting something face down in defensive mode or switching it off of that.
Snow moves into defensive mode.
Snow switches into defensive. Everything's a Yu-Gi-Oh! reference.
We need a
Why is that
man-eater
surrounded by
bug.
Yu-Gi-Oh! references?
Anything else, Snow?
I'm just realizing I did not add bless earlier, but I rolled pretty low, so I don't think it would have mattered anyway.
That makes Cynthia dark magician girl.
Stop.
The hyena and spider are gonna go after this guy that they're now flanking.
So, for the summoning of a creature, that's still something you're able to do while stunned? You're still controlling them? Or
I'm
are they
not
acting
still-
independently?
I gave them the instructions, and they just follow them until given different instructions.
Okay.
I don't have to tell them every single turn
Mhm.
to do it. They'll just keep following whatever they were told to do. And they were just told to attack these people.
Okay.
Defend your master. So now, yes, they're going to attack. That's 17 to hit from the hyena.
17 hits.
Wow. That's going to be 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then this guy's super big. Did he seem particularly fast and dexterous?
Oh, that guy.
The shield?
Yeah, the big boy.
He did
You
get
just
from
saw
like
him leap off
here
of the
to
platform.
here, and then over
Yeah,
he
to
but
here.
leaped to here and then moved.
Strength is different from dexterity, though. He's obviously strong. Does he appear live?
I will leave that to your interpretation.
The maggots can at least get. Oh wait, they only move 5, don't they?
And well, actually, we're getting to them.
Have the
The-
octopi pick him up with one of his tentacles and move.
Oh
with
yeah,
him.
no, the octopus is going after him for sure. The spider, though, yeah, because why not? The spider is going to just bite this guy in front of him. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
A dirty 20 hits.
He takes 10 points of piercing damage plus 8 points of poison damage.
Ooh. Okay.
Can the polar bear climb out of pit?
The polar bear will need to make an athletics check to try and get out of this very deep pit.
If only it was the spider.
That's pretty darn good. That is a 22.
22 is a success. He will need to what's his movement?
40 feet.
Okay. Yeah, it is he can get out and then he has, I suppose, 10 additional feet of movement. Approximately 30-foot pit.
Okay.
We can use him as the pit tester.
Yeah, just let him go test for pits. Just check the whole room.
We're great with animals.
Scoop snow onto his back so that he can be right here.
Not additionally to taking the time to climb.
Boo.
Could
He can next time take the time to do so. It's going to
That is his
Just
turn.
haste on the
now.
polar bear so he can do that.
the polar bear's action will be to put snow on his back.
That brings us to the octopus.
6 seconds of graveling up a 30-foot pit. Ay.
And sometimes there are pitfalls to different things.
Octopus is going to make a tentacle attack. That's not going to hit. That's a 15.
Okay.
The maggots.
Go for it, maggots. Honestly, I'm rooting for those maggots.
Let's go, maggots! Yes!
The maggots have a speed of 20 feet.
Oh yeah, that's right. 'Cause they're faster than the octopus.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, they are. And they now occupy the space. And will take its infestation attack.
Okay. Are there particular rules to this attack?
That is a very strong 11 to hit.
Fantastic. It does not, though. But what a solid 11 it was.
We
And
love
that
them
is
for it.
For the maggots. The piranhas have a speed of 5.
Oh, that's right. They can get in melee range.
Well,
The idea of piranhas
Wow.
flopping about, like, cognizantly while choking to death, I'm struggling on a personal
They have a
level.
fight. They have a
D&D.
fight to live.
Nightmare fuel.
It's a fight to live.
Yeah,
Hey, if
clearly.
I need
If you
art of
find
snow in this menagerie around him.
If you find that unsettling, Brenna, you can feel free to roll for the ruby dwarf and see if maybe he's frightened of the piranhas.
Oh, I see.
They're going to make a bite attack.
Is
Has
that fishies?
I thought it actually called for a fear check.
no.
I'm like, oh, all right, let's go.
No, that's just because you said you.
Maybe if he was in the water, I could see someone being afraid
Brenna's
of
rolling a
but-
fear check. Brenna didn't roll
I
well.
would be pretty scared if there was piranhas flopping towards me on dry land.
Right? Like,
I
as
would
vicious
be-
as they are in water. Just choking.
I think I would just
Does
get my
the-
card tried.
Does the ruby dwarf have all of its hit points?
It does have all of his hit points.
See, I'll need to start damaging this thing because the piranhas have advantage if the target doesn't have all its HP.
Gonna do it.
Wow.
We're going for
I
it.
tried, I swear.
Y'all
That's
need to
alright.
start hitting this thing.
With only without advantage, that is only a 10 to hit.
Boo.
Ah, nope.
That is everything.
Okay.
And Cynthia does.
It's not Cynthia's turn.
Oh, it's his. No, I thought he went before Snow.
No,
Should
it
be
would be
Ste'yn's
Ste'yn.
turn.
Oh,
It would be
oh,
Ste'yn's
I see.
turn. I'm just looking at his. I'm looking at his sheet because I didn't memorize all of his stuff. And Snow got up. That's fine. You. Was that this?
I am assuming there's no
That would've been last
save
time.
or anything for the stun on Snow, by the way.
I think it
It's
was
at the end
until
of
the end of
his-
that guy's turn.
Oh yeah, it was until the end of his turn. Not
Okay.
Snow's turn. The shield's turn. So he is not stunned any longer.
Fortunately, he goes before Snow, so your next turn you should have movement. Or actions.
Yep. I can't remember if I did.
Unless he just does it again.
I think I did already do it. That's fine. We're gonna work on his sheet. It's fine. Cool. Yeah, go for it, Ste'yn. Actually,
Okay.
sorry. Give me a moment. Sorry.
Actually.
He has.
Actually,
Actually.
Jeremy's back to haunt us.
I should have had Snow roll as well, but I did not. My mistake. We'll do this at the start of. Well, Ste'yn, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, great.
You like those. It's okay. It'll be fine.
That's a, I should have saved that inspiration, you were right. That's okay. We live with our consequences. That's a, shoot, that's a 12 now.
12?
Boy.
Okay. As he locks eyes with you and there's a moment where you're kind of mentally just crippled at just his size and just his presence, you have disadvantage on your attack rolls against him. What else you'd be attacking? But against him, until the start of his next turn. How it rates.
Cool.
Great.
He's a shield.
Yay.
So is
Went against the
is she
bulwark.
frightened? Was it a frightened effect?
It's a submission.
Okay.
It is noting authority over her.
Ste'yn will then go for an Old Faithful. We'll go for a Sacred Flame at him and need a Dexterity saving throw.
And he gets a
Which will not be
D4
visible.
minus to it.
D4. Dex.
Heyo.
That. Oop. Minus a D4. I think he's already going to fail it. Yeah, he's at a Dex. Oop, I'm on the wrong sheet. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's already going to fail before the D4, I'm sure.
The DC
Which would be
17.
the minimum. Yeah. Okay.
So if he fails, he takes 20 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
Then we're gonna move. By my buddy.
Okay.
And bonus action. Didn't need to move for this, but still, we're gonna give Snow a Care Glare to get him some hit points back. It's just first level. Let me roll for that real quick. Oh, that's good. Almost max. So you're gonna get back 12 hit points.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Snow is still bloody.
I think we're all in that boat. It's okay. Or most of us. All right, that's Ste'yn's turn.
Okay.
I was just below max when the fight started.
And then a Ruby showed up. Well, you showed up to him, so. Fantastic. What's her His turn. That affects creatures you can see. Choose a number of them. Okay, cool. She is clearly still panicking a little bit, but she's going to do her best, and you see her shoot out. What she got? She lets loose a. I'm gonna do so many, and there's a bunch of things in the way. She's going to do one of her lightning bolts. And I do believe she's able to sculpt it in a fashion that
Oh, because she's evocation. I was about to say she's just frying everyone.
she just
Fireball. We all go
She
together.
does.
Roll.
And you would know she does have fireball. But there's a lot of you. So the only one she really has to kind of sculpt around, I think, is the bear. As it's a straight shot of lightning, that the ruby shield must make a dex save, I believe. Which it does not succeed, but I think it's going to. No, let it rock. It's confident enough in itself. So that's going to be for him. 8, another 8d6. Did I do 2 8d6 damage attacks? I'll do it in roll 20 because I still didn't get my dice out. 28.
Oh no.
Lightning. And it bounce between the sheets. Just confirming it's fantastic. Okay. There you go. Cynthia drawing second blood. That's all she feels confident enough to do. Actually, she's gonna shimmy her way away. That's her speed.
Literal shimmy.
Literally just shimmying along the wall. And then carefully around the air, and then back against the wall. She is super, super scared. Past you, Beau, glaring at you.
Well, he's up on the wall.
Oh,
She's
right,
just looking
perfect.
straight up.
Just along the wall, away from this thing.
It would have
that
been
brings
hilarious
you-
if she fell down a pit. I'm not gonna lie. She's over there
We're not
shimmying
trying to
and
make it comical. We're not trying. We're back at the top of the initiative. Viola, it is your turn.
Listen, we're just coping, but with laughing today. It's fine.
Boy, I
Is
hope
it-
so.
Clear for Viola to drop down to that spot right there.
Oh boy.
You don't see anything immediately. You can do an investigation check.
Just take the
But you would have to
What
take
about
time.
her?
Just
Okay.
take the stairs.
You would have to take the time to
I
investigate.
don't have enough movement to
You
get
could
where I
bonus.
wanna
Don't you have?
go.
Don't you have? You
I
can
know it
second
still
win.
only gives me 45.
Wait,
Um,
where are you trying to go?
next to this guy. I don't think I have enough.
That's 20 to get to there, and then
Yeah, not within melee range.
so slow.
Not within her melee range.
5, 10. What if
So I
she
guess you
drops
could
down
go.
to there?
You could.
Is that where you'd like to move?
Yeah,
Is that your final
There-
answer?
yeah.
Oh my.
Okay. You carefully make your way down the steps, these onyx steps, decide where you want to go, and you take a step off. And you land on solid ground.
Sweet.
It's gonna be. Imagine at the end, this is the only pit in this entire room.
Scare tactics.
And it
Okay,
just so happened we sent the
she-
bear right to it.
She will use one of her second wins so she gets some of that extra movement and take some healing. Oh, great.
What'd you get? A 1?
I guess it is a 2.
Oh my bad.
She gets
Not
back
everyone.
10 hit points.
Every point counts.
And then she's gonna move right up next to that guy. She's going to move right. Where did I say to? Yeah, she'll move to there. And then she's gonna swing at this guy with her sword.
Go for it.
Hey, that's a 19.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay.
And I believe he
and
has
this
your hunter's mark.
does have my hunter's mark.
Mhm.
Yes. Because I have been rolling my constitution or my concentration checks. So it's the value of the die plus
Roll it again.
whatever I roll.
Mhm. I shouldn't say again. Plus you roll it.
Is Oh, I rolled the wrong thing for that. That's a D6, not a D4. I'm not rolling well for damage tonight. That is
I missed the step. Curses.
6 is 14, 17, 21.
21 to hit him.
No, she already
Or
hit.
that's
She
the
got the
damage.
19.
I already hit
Okay,
him.
okay,
That's
okay,
the
got it, got it.
damage.
And what type of damage is it?
Piercing and force. If you need me to separate them, let me know.
Cube. Yes, please separate them.
So 12 of it is piercing.
Okay.
And what did I say? 21
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
damage.
So
That means
So then 9 of
force.
it is force.
Okay.
Stop.
My cat's messing with my chair. Sorry.
You start
Okay.
slashing at the ruby shield, and you note that similar. Hey, my weapons are just not quite hitting as
Okay.
deep. He doesn't bleed.
Well, she's still gonna hit him again with her extra attack. That is a 21. Oh wait,
Hit.
I get to add. Okay. Oh, it hits
It hits.
anyways.
You're
never mind.
good. You're
I was
good.
gonna say I get to add 4
Please,
to it.
please.
Okay, and so that would be this and this. That's better. 11 damage. Wait, did you want me to separate it still?
Yes. He is
that
resistant.
is-
He is
10
resistant
piercing.
to your piercing.
Okay, so that would be halved to 5, and then 1 force damage.
Every point counts.
And that's all she got because she already used her bonus action.
Beautiful. He's going to again kind of lifts his arm and indicates towards you, Viola, as his barely standing minion over there launches an arrow in your direction. Hi. That's what? Plus, I think I remember by now. Oh, okay. That is an 18. I don't think that hits you.
hey.
No, that doesn't.
Okay. You hear a very sharp and quick ruby arrow going past you. All right. I love when that happens because then it's his turn again, so he gets to try again. His pride is on the line.
Well, he doesn't have a buddy to team up with him now.
It's
True.
true. You took his volleying partner away. Oh, these guys
darn.
are going in time out.
No volleyball
that-
for him.
Is it going to miss? He's just surrounded by these
You could jump
creatures.
into the pit.
Oh, I didn't use my... Well, it wouldn't matter. It's still missing, so... Where's 5 foot wide, 30 foot wide? Nope, it's fine. I messed up, and it's fine. He could just jump in the pit and end it.
That's work.
He's... Yeah, you know?
Thought this
What's
was
the
Dark
alternative?
Fantasy. Let him give up.
What's the alternative? Is the spider and this hyena who are going to tear him apart?
Yeah.
But you do see his face is still just very solemn, very stalwart. Doesn't give anything away. So you don't know if he's peeing his pants in fear. Beau, it's your turn.
All right. Beau is hoping these things would take care of that guy up there. So he is going to, I guess, throw a dagger at him.
At the ruby shield.
Yeah. And we still have Bless up, right?
No, at the maggots.
Do it to the
Yeah,
maggots.
help him out.
Kill
Be
the
like, yo, I'll do you a solid.
Give the
So
maggot something
that's
to feast on.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
All right. Five, 9. That's 12 psychic damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to throw again for his bonus action. And that's going to have advantage now because of Vex. And that is...
Never mind.
That is over 21 to hit.
Okay.
And so that's going to be 2 more psychic damage. Just
Woo!
getting 2s on all these follow-up attacks.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. I hate that. That's fine. That makes it his turn. He loves that. So what he is going to do is it's gonna be more than it would be. Okay. And is it any in the pack? He is going to take up that charge again that you saw earlier. He is going to barrel in this direction.
Not the bear.
Oh yeah. Straight into
He's
Viola and the
barreling.
bear.
Oh yeah, Viola's there too. I'm joking.
Dang. I need both Viola and the bear to please make me dexterity saving throws.
The bear's proven its value at this skill before. This poor
20.
thing just climbs out of a hole to get shielded by this massive
Can
guy.
I give my nat 20 to the bear?
You may not.
Yeah, the bear rolled a 2.
Beautiful.
This poor thing.
16,
It's fine. It's magical.
This is why
Yeah.
you don't leave the Arctic.
It's
bear.
not real damage.
Bear's
Oh, I
first
hate
day out of
rolling
the
D20.
snow.
The bear is taking the full 26
Oh my god.
bludgeoning damage. Viola, you're taking half. And
Did you say 26?
you're taking half of 26.
Yeah, so
So
13.
you're taking 13.
What is this with me getting 13 damage?
I don't
It's
know.
your lucky day.
Truly.
No knockdown. And the bear is prone. The bear
Oh.
is prone.
Didn't he look bad enough, Brenna?
No, none of you look bad enough. You're still standing.
The bear is looking really rough, you guys. Dan, if there's
Fantastic.
anything you
Yogi,
can do.
no.
Do you want me to heal the bear next turn?
No.
You
Viola's
can't take another
bloodied
round of
this
this.
whole thing, this whole time.
Okay, I can stabilize it. Spare the dying's a bonus action with 30-foot range.
Beautiful.
Exists once he drops to 0.
Viola,
You have to
can
heal
you
him.
I think he just
Viola?
evaporates.
Pause. Viola, can you give me a strength saving throw now, please?
Yeah, I can do that.
Sorry, we're unbearable tonight.
Oh, but it's just a gentle push,
bit.
worst case scenario.
19.
No, I actually forgot something there.
Oh.
Oh no, not that one. I forgot something on the other one. Never mind. That's fine. 19?
Yes.
Okay. He comes swinging at you, also in an attempt. It actually looks like he was almost trying to pull you. The way his arm was coming down, almost to like scoop and pull. But you managed to dodge aside.
Nice.
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger. Dang. That
I learned
sucks.
that one from Storkum.
You got it.
That was training session number 1. Stranger danger.
Anyway. Snow, it is your turn.
I'm no longer stunned.
You are not.
Wow. That was sucky. We're gonna eeny meeny miny mo. Yeah, we're just gonna pull out the Wand of Magic Missiles, and we're gonna spend 3 charges on it. This auto hits. I just gotta roll up the d4s. Let's see.
E4s all day.
Alright, so this is basically a 3rd level magic missile.
I think I forgot to mark on Spotify for it to not count my playlist for tonight, like to exclude it. So I'm about to get some really interesting recommendations tomorrow. I'm excited.
Oh, I just realized now the fish have to like really work to get that advantage back.
Take that, fish.
Let's see, that's 8.
We just want to see the fish get one attack in. And, like, actually get a good bite.
We'll see.
21 points of force damage.
Okay.
Nice.
He's looking hurt.
Cool. Oh, did it just roll it on roll 20 as well?
Maybe.
Okay,
I heard a
so
bloop.
It just said that
Did
I
you?
did it.
Yeah, I think I just it didn't do damage or
Alright.
anything.
Yeah. That's his action. For his bonus action, we're gonna give inspiration to Viola. So that's a D8 for you. Thought about giving it to the polar bear, but maybe next turn. If it's still alive. Speaking of, it is the zoo's turn. That's everything Snow is going to do.
Okay.
Come on, menagerie.
A stew.
The hyena.
That's what this session's gonna be called, A Day at the Zoo.
No, it is not. I'm going to at least make people walk into this session thinking something scary is about to happen.
18 to hit from the hyena.
8 to hit. I'm sorry, who is he attacking? The guy up here?
18. Yeah, the only
The
guy. that-
henchling? Gotcha.
Uh,
Yes, that hits.
That is 9 points of piercing damage.
He pierces straight through this creature and kills him.
Excellent. For its bonus action, then it's gonna use its rampage, which it can do once a day, immediately after dealing damage to a creature that was already bloodied. Can move up to half its speed, which is 25, and it's also got a speed of 50, so that brings us to 75 feet, which is enough to put him anywhere he wants to be.
No.
Where does give me the path he takes?
He
Or
runs
where's
down
he
the
headed?
stairs,
Down the stairs.
Comes down the stairs.
and he's gonna cross to the other side.
Yeah, which we saw him walking across there earlier.
No, that's fine.
So
If he's standing there,
Um,
surely it's fine.
Also, is the ruby in the polar bear's space? Does the ruby have a special ability that allows it to take up someone else's space?
I suppose not per se. Is he intermingled with the bear? I didn't realize.
yeah, in the top right of his.
Or was the bear supposed to be pushed
Yeah,
back?
they're corners.
Oh.
You
Would he
can't
have to-
stand on Viola either.
He was charging through. I mean, like, where would he have to?
That's true.
I mean, he could be right here.
It could put him there. That's fine. As long as it's not, well, I don't know.
He did charge
Either
the
that or-
sidestep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, either that or he would have had to stop down here. And then Viola just
Before-
wouldn't have- Well, yeah, actually no, because Viola was already there, so he would have just had to move because he can't stop in another creature's space unless he has an ability that allows him to do so, like swarm.
Gotcha.
Is he like a swarm of maggots?
That would have, if he had to have moved, would that have allowed for Ste'yn to attack?
Oh. Well, you said that
Yeah.
his attack doesn't promote opportunity attacks, the one that he used.
Yeah,
The
so he was
charge. So his attack is up to 20 feet in a straight line. If he has to move, that's not part of his charge,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Okay,
So he would
can
have to
the
move.
Charge enter another creature's space? Because even still, it wouldn't have been in there then.
It doesn't specify. It just says,
We can
up
also
to
just
20
say
feet.
that the bear
Yeah.
was that the bear was right
I'm-
here instead, or something like that.
Like, I'm okay either way. If Ste'yn wants to use her reaction in that from last time, that'd be. But either way, I'm fine with it. This is how we learn. So he will, but I will have him move over here, to have space.
Sure, if I get an opportunity attack, we might as well. We'll shoot a spell at him. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is this? I don't know if she used, or it hasn't been her turn yet, has it?
No, it hasn't been her turn.
Because you could only use, right? Like you can only use a spell.
So she
like
has
above a
Warcaster,
cantrip?
which gives
Yeah,
her
she has
reacted.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And what
Her
is this?
and-
A dex
and-
save?
This is a wisdom save for Toll the Dead, which is a cantrip anyway.
Wisdom.
Mhm.
Okay. 23.
Eesh.
Yeah, he makes the save. That's fine.
Fantastic.
I'm assuming 17 from the hyena doesn't hit.
Does not.
Okay. That brings us next to the giant octopus.
I forgot it was the hyena's turn. I was like, how did he get opportunity attack? He just got it.
Battle is fluid, you know, we're constantly moving around.
That's gonna miss from the octopus.
Dang, all those arms and not one of them hit.
Right? I feel is something not baked into that? At least 2 attacks with both sides of its many arms.
Because octopus
Yeah,
are
you-
known
you-
for their striking.
Yeah.
It would have
Every
a
baby
multi-
octopus
I think-
learns.
Don't they like punch fish sometimes when they get annoyed with them? I feel like I've seen a video
bat
of
'em
that
away.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm just
They're
imagining like
crazy.
8 slaps across the face to a fish. Anyway, sorry. Anything
Spider's
else?
gonna come down.
Okay.
And actually use its web feature. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save. That's probably going to fail. He's going to choose to succeed it.
Okay.
Rude.
I know, right?
That's alright. Burn the legendary resistance. Only got so many.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The polar bear is gonna make its multi-attack. That is a 19 to hit.
19 just hits.
Alright, the other one is much higher, so they will both hit.
There you go.
Whoop whoop.
20 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Now the swarm of maggots.
Go, maggots, go.
Will occupy his space once more.
Go maggot, let's go.
He seems unperturbed.
He's not even a little bugged.
That is an
Oh.
18 to hit.
Does not hit.
Boo.
the piranhas will use its action to dash.
Not the fish flop dashing on land.
Oh yeah.
That is
Flop,
everything.
flop. This is amazing.
This is absolutely absurd.
That too.
Okay. Is he? I can't. Are you calculating something or?
No, I said that's it.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing else I can do.
Just checking, just making sure. Cool. He's going to use one of his legendary actions. I think he hadn't used that. Okay. You're all just surrounding him. You kind of see him pull his arms close to his chest. You see his whole body kind of tense up for a moment, and a sheen seems to come over him for a moment. That's all you see.
Ste'yn. Right? That's what
He
you
just
said?
gets real sweaty for a
Sheen?
second.
Okay. At first I heard machine and I was like, oh. This is
He's a war. Sir, excuse me, are you
He's
a warforged?
He's a
Do you have
transformer.
standby?
Finally, we found one.
Do you go into like standby mode?
He just
He's
went
the
into
Red
standby
Power
mode. That's what
Ranger?
he's
Yeah,
doing.
he went into defense mode.
Oh, he switched to defense mode.
He switched to defense mode. Ste'yn.
Cool. One more forge to another.
You two should be on good terms, right?
Yeah, all
Alas and
warforged
alack.
get
Practically
together.
related.
Viola, how are you looking?
On a scale of 1 to 85, she's looking about a 23.
Okay. That's not very good. So we're gonna come forward a little bit, and she's gonna set a hand on your shoulder and use her healing hands to give you some hit points back. That's 4d4.
She's
Yeah, they
looking-
rolled really well.
Double bloodied.
Okay, that's 8 plus. You get 14 hit points back from that.
Oh, nice.
Heyo.
And then bonus action. Let me mark that off real quick. Bonus action, Snow, how are you looking?
He's looking fine. You should actually do damage so we're not here just healing each other for forever.
It's gonna
Okay.
go to we're not gonna finish the fight tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
But noting that, and it's a very accurate thing, we're going to shit, I don't have any good bonus actions is my thing.
Ain't that the truth?
So then instead, yeah, we're gonna drop Bless and bring up Spiritual Weapon, so I can get some more
Alright.
power in there.
Nice.
And it's gonna take a whack at him. That is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Beautiful. That is a whopping 12 damage, 12 force damage.
Okay. Yep, it smacks him. Oh, you probably need your thing, huh?
Yeah, I can just draw a little something, it's fine.
That's okay. It'll be here for when you need it. Yeah, your spiritual weapon smacks him, and you can see that same kind of sheen appear as you smack him with it, as if some sort of barrier to his health.
He's scared of us now.
Could be. Anything else, Ste'yn?
Nope.
All right. It brings us to Cynthia at the bottom of the round, who I was trying to do some quick maths. She gets herself ready to cast a spell, but she quick communication. No, she doesn't care. She's just gonna do it. So she can take 1, 2, and 3 with her sculpt. Otherwise, she's gonna try and blow up the place. What you got, Cynthia?
Do it, do it, do it.
So the animals, unfortunately, are going to have to make dex saves as she launches out this moat that becomes a great big explosion of fire. So it's gonna be 9. I think the rest of you are protected.
Excellent. If Cynthia blew up the place and killed us, I'd be mad.
I'd like, just for the meta, I want you to know that Cynthia thought about it for a minute.
Beau would have killed
That
it.
doesn't surprise me.
Beau's not in this range.
Yeah, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Animals need the dex save, and he needs. Fantastic.
Which ones?
All of them. They're all going to be within the 30 range, 30-foot range.
So she's
20-foot
trying to
radius.
hit all of them.
She can only sculpt so much.
But
and
she
doesn't want
could
to
aim
hurt-
it.
There's only one target.
Yeah, it's how much of a range? Isn't it like a
She's
60-foot
specifically
range?
putting it in the middle of the group so it'll hit everyone. She could put it over here.
Yeah, she
and
could
it
probably put it
wouldn't.
like over here even.
For a 20-foot range?
Wait, it's a 20. Oh,
It's
that's
20
the
feet.
radius. Yeah, but I'm talking
20-foot
about
radius,
the.
rather?
Yeah, the other one is So if they did that, it would. I mean.
Okay. So have the bear and the wolf and the.
But then
not the
she
wolf,
could
the hyena.
sculpt those 3 technically, 'cause she's no longer sculpting
Oh.
them.
Have them make the save.
Which ones?
The polar bear and the hyena.
A helpful NPCs, everyone.
15 for the polar bear.
Okay.
Set 19 for the hyena.
Beautiful. Her safety. DC. Give me her DC. Give me her DC. 10. Oh, Brenna, wrong page. Come on. Pay attention. Sorry, you said 16 and something else?
19.
19. Okay. Yes, they both succeed for hers. It's going to be, again, I don't have the dice out. That's fine. Cast one up. Roll. And it's D6s. Yes. All right. So 41 halved. And for him,
It's polar bear.
halved
So
is
the polar bear only had 3 hit points. It was dead either way.
Oh no.
She couldn't possibly have sculpted it. Couldn't possibly.
Listen, okay? Panic mode. She is not a fighter.
Why is she evocation wizard? That is fighting.
She has
He likes
big
the
magic
idea
and big
of
feelings.
being a fighter.
Yeah. She has big magic and big feelings. Sorry, I got me distracted.
She thought war
What
would
was I
be
looking for?
fun.
Oh, wait, I was looking for his. Yep. Oops. Go back to my cursor. All right. The ruby shield, you watch as he kind of unfurls himself. Oops, I forgot to take that from here. And this is plus that was away. There it is. Okay. You watch him kind of brush some of the soot off from him from the attack. And as he turns to start to face you all again, you can feel the ground starting to shake a bit again. The area behind him, along the wall of this platform that goes between the steps, that part of the ground you can see starting to kind of shake a bit too. The bits of crumbled stone are bouncing on the ground as if something were changing, approaching. And that is where we will pause for this session. We will pick up our combat. Very likely finish it next time we meet.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive, we'll see. We'll see what's changed. All right. Cool. Ruby Shield, huh? I see you. I'm learning so much about character sheets. It's really great. It's really great. And rules about drawing many cards at once. Ah!
That was amazing.
So many cards.
There's not much Snow can do, and this also did not do much.
It handled some business. I'll give it to him. I'll give it up for
really
him.
put in his all.
The bear. Shout out to the bear. Polar bears so far positive streak in this game. I closed my window that had my say goodbye to everybody. Maybe it's recent enough that I still have it. Is it? Nope. Hold on 1 second. Let me find it. How are we enjoying holding on to what few resources we have left?
We're thriving.
Shout out.
Still plenty to do. It's fine.
Yeah. Keep going.
We're not
I'm looking
running
for my
out
thing.
of stuff. We just have to get more creative with our stuff.
Viola's
I
still
mean,
got her
I'm fairly
action
certain we
surge
are
and
running out
second
of
wind.
stuff.
The look on Josh's face.
Yeah.
Pardon, ma'am?
You say what?
Say what now?
The audacity
Maybe
of
you have things left to do.
Staying with the cool flex.
You have a mace that you can hit stuff with.
How many
Snow
charges
gets
do you have
an
left of
opportunity
your
attack.
wand?
Or maybe.
Oh, is the wand spent from that?
I can use it one more time.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I forget how many charges it has.
It's got 7 charges.
Oh,
You can
nice.
use up to
That's more than
3
I
of them.
thought. Hey, I found it. Cool.
Yay!
Okay, sweet. Thanks, guys. And thank you from all of us here at Tales from the Catacombs. Catch up and recapture your favorite moments by subscribing to the channel. We appreciate you journeying with us to bring clean content to the world of tabletop RPGs. Although I'm going to just call it out and be like, I'm the only one who attempted not to use bad words tonight. And everybody else was like, screw it. And I'm like, all right, bet. Next time,
Whoa, wait a
you
minute.
just
What
wait.
bad words were used? What?
It's Oh, guys, it's okay. It's okay. We're all adults here.
I just feel like there's been accusations made, unproctored.
Roll back
Like-
the VOD. Intern, check the VOD.
I'd like to see.
I was having
the
a laugh.
audience hear too. Thank you.
No, you're good. But I had a laugh. I heard something tonight and I was like, all right, let's go. Let's go. Anyway, no. I'm just kidding. I point that out because it literally made me laugh. But anyway, also be sure to follow us over on Twitch. We have our Twitch channel launched. It's a cool place where you can just chill and hang out with me for a little while. I do things like game prep. We'll do some fun character stuff, and sometimes you actually get to help shape where these games go, because sometimes I'm working on future stuff. And you can also join us in our Discord. You can hang out with our travelers, hang out with these guys who are also super cool to see popping into the chat. I woke up this morning, it was 4:30, and I got to see people talking about the game, so that's always fun for me anyway. And I think you'll have fun too. So yeah, thanks in advance for doing all those things. And a particularly huge thanks to my players, whose links are in the description below. Please take a moment to follow these tremendous people and their exciting endeavors. David, who plays Beau, Catherine, who plays Ste'yn, Kassie, who plays Viola, and Josh, who plays Snow and the Menagerie. I'm Brenna. I'm your storyteller for this adventure, and we will see you back here next time. Safe travels until we meet again.